what I mean. Smile so clean. Dirty, dirty, dirty. Hey, hands so filthy, unseen. Hey, hey, hey. Big man on campus. Shark in the Letterman jacket. Laugh while the whole town drowns. He just skims off the habit. Lives in the shadows, fake sugar on his teeth. Tells tales at the conch out. Nobody buys what he speaks. Dirty daddy green, pocket fat from grief. Plays a Saint on Sunday, wears the mask all week. Got the suits on a string, all the badges on a leash. Blink, once you miss it, he'll drag you to the brink. Dirty daddy green, proud of what he steals. Smiles in your face, eyes, crooked deals. Every hallway, every street, they're all in his pockets, kissing his feet. He got MPD in his jacket, ISP on the chain. Every handshake, every favor, bought and paid in your pain. By the feeder at the banquet, posing like he runs the place. But the rock drips through when you look him in the face. Oh, dirty daddy green, pockets fat from grief. Plays the Saint on Sunday, wears the mask all week. Got the suits on a string, all the badges on a leash. Blink, watch you miss it, he'll drag you to the brink. Dirty daddy green, proud of what he steals. Smiles in your face, eyes, crooked deals. Every hallway, every street, they're all in his pockets, kissing his feet. Watch him. Don't even blink, he'll have your world gone faster than you think. He laughs while you sink, says it's all just business as he pushes you to the brink. Dirty, 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 dirty daddy. Dirty daddy. Dirty daddy. Pockets, 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 pockets. Dirty daddy. Dirty daddy. Pockets fat from grief. Plays a Saint on Sunday, wears the mask all week. Got the suits on a string, all the badges on a leash. Blink, once you miss it, he'll drag you to the brink. Dirty daddy, proud of what he steals. Smiles in your face, eyes, crooked deals. Every hallway, every street, they're all in his pockets, kissing his feet. Dirty daddy green. Dirty daddy green. Dirty daddy green. Yeah, you know what I mean. Smile so clean. Dirty, dirty, dirty. Hey, hands so filthy, unseen. Hey, hey, hey. Big man on campus. Shark in the Letterman jacket. Laugh while the whole town drowns. He just skims off the habit. Lives in the shadows, fake sugar on his teeth. Tells tales at the conch out. Nobody buys what he speaks. Dirty daddy green, pocket fat from grief. Plays a Saint on Sunday, wears the mask all week. Got the suits on a string, all the badges on a leash. Blink, once you miss it, he'll drag you to the brink. Dirty daddy green, proud of what he steals. Smiles in your face, eyes, crooked deals. Every hallway, every street, they're all in his pockets, kissing his feet. He got MPD in his jacket, ISP on the chain. Every handshake, every favor, bought and paid in your pain. By the feeder at the banquet, posing like he runs the place. But the rock drips through when you look him in the face. Oh, dirty daddy green, pockets fat from grief. Plays the Saint on Sunday, wears the mask all week. Got the suits on a string, all the badges on a leash. Blink, watch you miss it, he'll drag you to the brink. Dirty daddy green, proud of what he steals. Smiles in your face, eyes, crooked deals. Every hallway, every street, they're all in his pockets, kissing his feet. Watch him. Don't even blink, he'll have your world gone faster than you think. He laughs while you sink, says it's all just business as he pushes you to the brink. Dirty, 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 dirty daddy. Dirty daddy. Dirty daddy. Pockets, 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 pockets. Dirty daddy. Dirty daddy. Pockets fat from grief. Plays a Saint on Sunday, wears the mask all week. Got the suits on a string, all the badges on a leash. the cameras, hides from the light. Darkness in his eyes, rot in his grin. Shakes every hand, wipes off the sin. Keeping all his secrets stacked in a file. Corrupting the crowd, one polished lie at a time. Here he comes again, propaganda man. Walking down the road with a pen in his hand. Keeping him in office, you don't get my vote. Evil Santa Claus beard full of deceit and smoke. Never shows the paper, never shows receipts. Here he comes again, propaganda man on repeat. Suits in the limo, cash in the case. Every empty promise tattooed on his face. Making sure the truth never leaves the room. Leaves it in the dark, lets the rumors bloom. Evil is his life, that's the only plan. Leave it up to Bill, you'll never hear truth again. Billboards and slogans painted on the town. Say his name enough till you start to bow. Here he comes again, propaganda man. Marching down the road with the script in his hand. Keeping him in office, you don't get my vote. Evil Santa Claus beard full of deceit and smoke. Never shows a paper, never shows receipts. Here he comes again, propaganda man on repeat. Legal by day, evil by night. Smiles for the cameras, hides from the light. Darkness in his eyes, rot in his grin. Shakes every hand, wipes off the sin. Keeping all his secrets stacked in a file. Corrupting the crowd, one polished lie at a time. Here he comes again, propaganda man. Walking down the road with a pen in his hand. Keeping him in office, you don't get my vote. Evil Santa Claus beard full of deceit and smoke. Never shows the paper, never shows receipts. Here he comes again, propaganda man on repeat. Suits in the limo, cash in the case. Every empty promise tattooed on his face. Making sure the truth never leaves the room. Leaves it in the dark, lets the rumors bloom. Evil is his life, that's the only plan. Leave it up to Bill, you'll never hear truth again. Billboards and slogans painted on the town. Say his name enough till you start to bow. Here he comes again, propaganda man. Marching down the road with the script in his hand. Keeping him in office, you don't get my vote. Evil Santa Claus beard full of deceit and smoke. Never shows a paper, never shows receipts. Here he comes again, propaganda man on repeat. I'm a Shashley, little black book in her hand. Plain dress, cold eyes, got a whole town under her command. Crooked smile, she can twist any truth in the room. Writes rumors in cursive, lets them grow like mold in a tomb. Every handshake has a hidden price. Every whisper cuts you like I'm in Shasley, lying awake through life, casting spells every day, every night. So corrupted, all the darkness inside, casting spells, diminishing the light. I'm in Shasley, dum dum diddy dum dum dee dum. Hey. Miss Ashley, little black book in her hand. Plain dress, cold eyes, got a whole town under her command. Crooked smile, she can twist any truth in the room. Writes rumors in cursive, lets them grow like mold in a tomb. Every handshake has a hidden price, every whisper cut you like ice. I'm Miss Ashley, lying her way through life, casting spells every day, every night. So corrupted, all the darkness inside, casting spells diminishing the light. I'm Miss Ashley, hum-dum-diddy-dum-dum-dum-dee-dum. Hey, I'm Miss Witch, so ugly inside, look what you become. Such injustice, truth is so far out of sight. I'm Miss Ashley, brewing spells of darkness and spite. She'll bless you, then bury your name in the dirt. Fake prayers, blank stare, and the grin when you hurt. Tied tongues, cause they're scared of a touch. She just laughs in the shadows like I never did much. Yeah, right. Every promise comes with poison threads. Every compliment lives under your bed. I'm Miss Ashley, lying her way through life, casting spells every day, every night. So corrupted, all the darkness inside, casting spells diminishing the light. I'm Miss Ashley, hum-dum-diddy-dum-dum-dum-dee-dum. Hey, I'm Miss Witch, so ugly inside, look what you become. Such injustice, truth is so far out of sight. I'm Miss Ashley, brewing spells of darkness and spite. One day, all her charms run dry. No one left to believe her lie. I'm Miss Ashley, lying her way through life, casting spells every day, every night. So corrupted, all the darkness inside, casting spells diminishing the light. I'm Miss Ashley, hum-dum-diddy-dum-dum-dum-dee-dum. Hey, I'm Miss Witch, so ugly inside, look what you become. Such injustice, truth is so far out of sight. I'm Miss Ashley, brewing spells of darkness and spite. Dirty, dirty green. Yeah, you know what I mean. Smile so clean. Dirty, dirty, dirty. Hands so filthy, unseen. Big man on campus. Shark in a Letterman jacket. Laugh while the whole town drowns. He just skims off the habit. Lives in the shadows, fake sugar on his teeth. Tells tales at the cookout. Nobody buys what he speaks. Dirty, daddy green. Pocket fat from grief. Plays a Saint on Sunday. Wears the mask all week. Got the suits on the string. All the badges on a leash. Blink, once you miss it, he'll drag you to the brink. Dirty, daddy green. Proud of what he steals. Smiles in your face. Signs, crooked deals. Every hallway, every street. They're all in his pockets. Kissing his feet. He got MPD in his jacket. ISP on the chain. Every handshake, every favor. Bought and paid in your pain. By the Vita at the banquet. Posing like he runs the place. But the rock drips through when you look him in the face. Oh! Dirty, daddy green. Pockets fat from grief. Plays the Saint on Sunday. Wears the mask all week. Got the suits on a string. All the badges on a leash. Blink, watch you miss it. He'll drag you to the brink. Dirty, daddy green. Proud of what he steals. Smiles in your face. Signs, crooked deals. Every hallway, every street. They're all in his pockets. Kissing his feet. Watch him. Don't even blink. He'll have your world gone faster than you think. He laughs while you sink. Says it's all just business. As he pushes you to the brink. Dirty, 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 daddy. Dirty, daddy. Dirty, daddy. Pockets, 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 pockets. Dirty, daddy. Dirty, daddy. Pockets fat from grief. Plays a Saint on Sunday. Wears the mask all week. Got the suits on a string. All the badges on a leash. Blink, once you miss it, he'll drag you to the brink. Dirty, daddy. Proud of what he steals. Smiles in your face. Signs, crooked deals. Every hallway,
All right. Welcome back, guys. Great to see you all here at the cafe today. I hope you're all having a great day. It is a Wednesday, whatever Wednesday. That's how I threw it out there. Let's catch up with it and have a conversation about whatever it is. Let's see what we got going on. I threw out a couple new songs out there to entertain you guys for a little bit while we was waiting for that intro. It's great to see you. I hope you guys enjoyed them. If not, be real. Be truthful. Tell me if they sucked or not. You're not gonna hurt my feelings, I promise you. But anyway, it's great to have you guys back in the house again today, guys. Whatever we get into is whatever we get into today. I like these wide open. Let's talk about this, that, or whatever else. I think Kim said she might be joining me today. That would be awesome. So make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Share this out. Let everybody know what we're doing over here. We got plenty of room. So come on in, guys. Grab a seat, grab a cup, whatever it is. Fill it up. Let's do it. You know what happens next.
Neon lights flicker like broken halos. Whispers gather in the smoke-filled air. Tables carved with secrets and shadows. Every story's a wound laid bare. The kettle's boiling with a restless rage. Justice written on an unseen page. I sip the silence, bitter taste, waiting for the ghosts to show their face. At the True Crime Cafe, we serve up the pain they try to hide away. Pour another cup of the truth you crave. Raise your glass to the names they betrayed. Mirrors cracked, reflections are liars. Ashes fall where the guilty once stood. The jukebox hums like a funeral choir. Echoes pounding through the neighborhood. Every scar is a candlelit vow. We hug the how, we demand the now. No more silence, no more disguise. We'll paint the night with sharpened cry. At the True Crime Cafe, we serve up the pain they try to hide away. Pour another cup of the truth you crave. Raise your glass to the names they betrayed. This is not a sermon, it's a battlefield hymn, a requiem dripping from the bottle's rim. The guilty write stories in invisible ink, but we'll drag it all up from the edge of the brave. At the True Crime Cafe, the reckoning burns like a black bouquet. Every shadow will pay.
All right, all right. Welcome back, guys. Great to see you again. Great to have you here. Welcome, welcome. Get comfortable, grab a seat, grab a cup, fill it up. Let's get into this. Whatever Wednesday, true crime catch up conversation. Let's talk about whatever we talk about. You guys make it happen. I'm just here to be here. So thank you, Meg. Speaking of, Miss Meg is in the house, the megastar. Thank you for that. Let's see what we got going on. Musical contestant, good to see you today. Bethune ground staff, welcome back to you, Moonlit Baby. Great to see ya. Gracefully Salty, so good to see you as well. The Double Bead Beach Babes in the house. Always happy to see you, my friend. Thank you for joining us. Miss Rowe, great to see you. Teresa, welcome back to you. Let me see here. Teresa 8793. Thank you. Molly did a great job with that song. I do agree. I love it. Love it, love it. Megastar, you are here. Luther 75 in the house. Great to see you. Thank you for joining us today. Let's see. Looks like Miss Karen from Z-Bill's in the house. Sleuthy Kitty, meow meow. Great to see you today. Thank you for joining us. Typically unique, Miss Kim. Like I said, she might be joining me. We don't know. Hemisphere, good to see you, Hemi. Good to see you today. Uh, Rebecca Seidner, welcome back to you. Great to see you. Lisa Q, great to see you today as well. Miss Krista, my sister from another Mista. Good to see you. Reality with Krista Marie. Thank you for being here today. Mods, make sure we drop her link here, please, as well. Is Moonflower, Miss Moonflower Laza in the house? Good to see you, Moonflower. Thank you for joining us. Beth Wagner, welcome back. Buffalo Chick, great to see you as well. Michelle Weddle, welcome to you. Pennywise, Penny's in the house. Good to see you, Penny. Thank you for being here. Trish Crow, welcome, welcome. Let me see. I don't think I missed anybody. The Blue Devil, good to see you, Miss Jenny. Welcome back to you, just like peas and carrots. Lizzie Turtleballs, always happy to see you. Thank you for joining us. Witchy was, witchy who, witchy where, witchy when. Good to see you. It is a newer song. Yes, it was. Thank you. Loving it up. Good to see you. K-Kaz, girl, good to see you as well. Thank you for joining us today. Holds in the house. Grace Kirk, always happy to see you. And the positive Miss Paula, good to see you as well. It looks like one of our Aussie friends. Ozzy McGlynn from Ireland. Love it. Alice Pate, welcome back to you. Great to see you today. Miss Becca, you as well. Thank you all for joining us. Please make sure to hit that like button on your way through the door and share it out. And whoa, she snuck up behind me, folks. Good to see you, Miss Kim. How are ya? You're muted. I think you're muted, ma'am. Are you muted? Can you hear me? Now she's not. What's going on? Why can't I hear ya? Uh-oh. Let me see. Nope, you should be. Let me check the background audio. No, that's good. That's good. No, you should be good. And you're turned up pretty loud, too. It might be on your side. You might have to go out and come back in again. Hi, Lisa Otten. Good to see you today. What happened? That's weird. What was Forrest Gump's favorite pasta? Penne. He liked him some penne. That's right, Moonlit. Penne. It's one of my favorites too. That was cute. I loved it. Thank you, Michelle. God bless. Very sweet of you. La. Good to see you today. There's Miss Krista's link. Guys, make sure you subscribe to Reality with Krista Marie. I think you'll enjoy it. She does her own thing over there. She does a great job at it. I think I got everybody there. Michelle Davis, great to see you today. New Mexico 444, welcome to you. It's the Anti-Strip Club. Good to see ya. There we go. Can you hear me?
How is it now?
There we go.
That was
Yes.
weird.
And it does it to me all the time, but you're good
Oh.
now. Welcome. How are you today?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I am good. Now that we've been dumped on by rain and it's sunny again, I think they washed down all our driveways and our houses. Now we're good.
It was so bad. I was driving in it. I know you know that, but oh my, I'm so glad to be home.
Yeah, I bet, especially on that road. That road's scary. Period.
Yeah. I have a new ring light. Is it better or can you tell a difference?
You're definitely lit up more. Yes.
I don't know if I like it.
I don't know if it changes too much, but you're definitely lit up. It looks like it's coming from the side.
Oh.
It looks. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but you're definitely lit up. Like your face is more visible.
I'm gonna move it back.
I have one too, but I don't like mine because I have two of them actually.
It's blinding.
Mine is blinding too. Do I look different with mine on?
You just put it on?
Yeah.
Turn it off.
That's one of them. That's the small one.
It did make a difference. Yeah.
It just I can't leave it on for long because it's like pling. You know what I mean? And then the one I have from the side is bigger. It's a lot bigger. That's you guys. My head would glow. I don't ever use them though. It's crazy.
I got it right in my face. I'm like,
yeah. And then you're sitting there looking at the screen and it's zinging all over. Yeah, it's crazy. Grace Kirk, good to see you. She said, Kim, you look stunning. There you go.
Thank you, everybody.
Miss Jessica Rabbit herself. Yes. Mikey said 45-degree angle.
45-degree angle, like tilted down or sideways.
He knows he's good at this stuff. His lighting is always like perfect. Thank you, Contessa. I don't know. She probably does. I don't believe anything. You could put 15 lights on me. I would never look amazing, in my opinion. But
I'm gonna mess with it real quick.
Too many wrinkles, things like that going on. Trisha W, good to see you. Yeah, Mike's lighting is always good. He's got like mood lights in the background, and he's got ring lights going. He knows what he's doing. That's why he's the producer. The producer. Let's see. Merida. Tomboy's in the house. I think she's trying to say Merca. Merida. She was saying Merida because Kim looks like Merida from that Disney movie. Or not Disney. What was that movie called again?
I don't know.
My granddaughter loves it, and I know it.
It's a Disney movie.
Is it Disney? Yeah, it is. Merida. Yes. If Kim did her hair in like the braids, wasn't she like a little Viking girl? I think her dad was.
I don't remember.
Brave. It's Brave. That's
Brave.
Right.
I love that. Yeah.
It's the red hair. It's the red hair for sure. Thank you, ladies. Moonflower. Good to see you. I think I said that already. I think we got 90 people in the house today with 59 likes, guys. Please make sure you guys hit that like button, share this out, and make sure you're subscribed. Because a lot of people have been telling me they're unsubscribed. You guys make sure also. She's Scottish. That's right.
I told you there's a castle in Scotland with my maiden name.
That's right. That is very, very cool.
Meant to be.
Very cool. That means that you need to go there at some point.
Yeah.
The hair and the glasses, right?
Not a Viking.
No. I see red hair. I automatically think of Laura Croft from Tomb Raider, of course. That was one of my favorite games back in the day. I loved it.
When I was pregnant with my first child, Carlos was playing that game and we would get the cheat books, with the steps. Yep. And I would just lay there and tell him like the directions of what to do.
That's the best way to do it. Yes.
Yeah.
I used to have my wife doing that too. Like, what do I have to do now? Damn it.
Yeah.
I need to get past this part. I couldn't. One of the parts in that game, the original one for PlayStation. Yeah. I could not get up over.
Yes, the wall thing.
Yes. I swear to God, I spent 6 months on that, Kim, and I was so pissed off. I almost broke my PlayStation at one point, too.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, my God. It was like I spent hours upon hours, and I'm like, why can't I not
Uh-huh.
get over this wall? And my friend and his wife came over one day, and they seen me sitting there, MFing this thing, struggling, struggling. She goes, "Give me that." She had it for 1 second and said, "Ding, ding," over the wall, and I went, "What?" Oh, I was so mad. I was so mad. She was like, "It's not that hard, dude. Like, chill out, relax. You need to
It's
breathe."
crazy.
I said, "You have no idea. I just spent months trying to do this, and I couldn't do it." She's like, "All you gotta do is this, da, 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 da," and I can't remember now, but
Yeah,
whatever.
there's always a sequence of things.
Yes. So I went from that game to which I'm a wizard at, no lie. My kids get pissed off because 'cause I'm so good at it. The Tony Hawk's Pro Skater games, I can shut them down, literally. I don't know
Ah,
why I'm so good either. I'm just good.
interesting.
And I was the skater when I was younger, but it has nothing to do with that because 'cause you're doing controls with your things, you know? You're not actually standing on a skateboard. That's what I did. I would have done the same thing, Sleuthy. I was about to give up on it until she took it from me, and I was like, "Okay, listen, I need you to be on standby and be on call. If I send you a message, you get here now to help me get over whatever I have
Right.
to do."
It's
That game
funny
was
everybody remembers the wall.
it was so frustrating. Anyway, this is not a game channel, folks. I'm sorry, but that was crazy to me. Yvette Clifton, great to see you. See, Sleuthy said it too. She remembers that effing wall. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Leah Story, good to see you, dear. Thank you for being here, guys. 94 peeps, 67 likes. It's getting there. So, what do you think of them new songs I put together, Miss Kim?
I love them.
My favorite is the Dirty Daddy Green one. That one was,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love.
yeah.
It's stuck in my head now. I'm singing it in my head as we're talking now.
Yeah,
So,
the lyrics are good, the tunes are good. Yeah, I love it.
I like that
Love
beat.
it.
A little younger, but hey, Cassie said she liked it too. Tomboy. We used to do the directions with that game, and the oldest daughter, I'd come home from a 12 to 16-hour shift at work, and she'd need me to read the see? Dude, that was, like, my favorite game. I loved Castlevania for Nintendo, and I got it for PlayStation too. I love it.
I don't know
Love
that one.
Castlevania. That one was awesome. Right turn, Clyde. Good to see you. Thank you, Witchy. Appreciate that. Happy hump day to you. Witchy said, "I am verified as subscribed member and all notifications. Thank you for the reminder. You are welcome, ma'am." Let's see.
Dirty Daddy Green.
That's it. Yes, Ro was in there when I was making it. Sylvia Hurley, good to see you. Dirty Daddy Green. Like there was not two other capable. It's easier when somebody reads it to you, though, Tomboy. Sylvia Hurley, wonderful to see you again. All right, guys. It's so warm in my house today. I feel like I'll leave this or not. I'm ready to turn my damn air on already. I don't like humidity.
I already have, like, in the same day, like, heat's on at night, turn the air on during the
Yeah.
day, wait till it gets cold again. I
Yes.
hate doing that, but the house just gets so
It's okay,
hot.
Jen. You're good, Jen. I'll let you guys hear it at some point for those of you that didn't make it in the beginning. Yeah, it's true. It is true. All true. Lexi, welcome. Good to see. Did you change your name, didn't you? I changed my name so you won't have any slip ups. See? So her name was Lexi Sec. And I said yesterday, because my mods, as you well know, because you've heard it, like to tease me and mess with me. So I said her name was Lexiesek. I said, knowing me, because I talk fast and I think fast. I said my ADHD, I will make a slip up because I've done it with Eddie. I've done it with many other things. And the mods will screenshot it, clip it, and put it together with my little follies file that I have that they like to tease me with repeatedly. So, but you didn't have to change your name. I liked it. But either way, I get it. So now it's Lex DS20. Welcome either way. Randy Furr, my brother from another mother. Good to see you, sir. Let's see. Weather above 85 renders me. Me too. Me too. I do not. I hate summer. I hate July and August because it's always so humid around here. And we shouldn't have that weather. We live in shitty ass Ohio. It should not be that. If we're going to get that weather, then you better give us an ocean and a beach that's right there. So We're all changing our names to the
I do
same.
have the beach, but I don't ever go to it
Yeah, well,
because
that
the
beach.
lake is toxic.
Yeah, right. I was gonna say the lake that we have here, you guys, she's talking about. If you catch a fish, it'll probably talk to you and ask you to put it back. Just telling you, it's. Remember when you couldn't like be in Lake Erie at one point? It was so bad.
Yeah, I'm kidding now. It's not toxic now, but it was. There were, because I used to teach this, there were like 10 toxic hotspots, and
Yeah,
they had to dredge our river actually. Our river got dredged because it all like settled in there. And then they
bad.
buried the toxic waste like somewhere in our town.
Yes, yes. It's
So that's nice.
that may explain why I had an arm on my forehead when I was. Oh no, sorry. Just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, good old Ohio. Mahoning River is the one that we had. And then Mosquito Lake. I remember when we found out because I used to live in Warren. That's where I was born and raised. So my kids were babies, and I was sitting there, and I didn't know this until this point. I was working for ambulance service and the fire department, doing this, and you think you know these things, so on and so forth. And one day there was a thing on the news about how we had a boil alert. We had to boil our water because our water came out of Mosquito Lake. I turned and looked at the creature, which was my first wife at the time, and I was like, "Did he just say that our water came from Mosquito Lake?" She said, "Uh-huh." And I said, "Oh, hell no." I said, "I
Uh-uh.
don't want to bathe my children." I ended up catching meningitis when I was 14 from Mosquito Lake. So at that point,
Oh my God.
I went into full-blown paranoia. And they're like, "Well, it runs through a treatment plant." I don't care.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like sitting water. Ugh. Blech.
Mm-mm. Yeah, and then there was another thing about how they said that, like, a lot of the sewage would dump into that, and then it was be reprocessed, and then what?
Oh, I visited our water treatment plant. Actually, I went there on a field trip one time. It's
It
disgusting.
is gross. Yes.
Disgusting. Oh my gosh. You have
They
no, oh my God.
they reprocess sewage water that has
Yeah.
turds floating in it and give it to you to drink. What?
Oh
No.
yeah.
No, no, no,
The
no.
kids were like, "What are those balloons floating in the water?"
Thank you. See? No way, y'all. No.
They're like, "Yeah, they're balloons."
At that point, I no longer drunk. I didn't no longer drink the water from the tap in the city. It was bottled water, or I just dehydrated because I was
Yeah.
so grossed out. It was nasty.
I know that's so gross, but yeah, they start off with just strainers, like big, like wire screening
Strange, yeah.
till before they get to the chemical part.
And then they chemical it and chemical it and chemical it. I said, I don't care how many times you treat this with chemicals. There was a turd floating in it. I'm done. It's over. We're done. No, it is so gross to me. I just don't get it. But it's just water. Uh-uh.
Uh,
Now, Candy girl, good to see you, dear. Oh, I know. I know. See, she's right.
I
Now the
do
other,
I do think they put the treated water back out into the source because I think like ours goes out to Lake Erie, and then they have another intake coming in from Lake Erie.
yeah,
So it kind of gets more diluted as it goes out, and then they bring it in, and yeah, like yeah.
I can't get it out of my head that there was a turd floating in my drinking water. I just can't do it. It blows me away. It's like I'm imagining somebody flushing a toilet and it coming out of my spigot right away. You know what I mean? No, 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 no. Miss Luther, always so generous. Drop 10 new memberships in here. Congrats, congrats, and thank you so much. You are amazing, and it looks like
I love Sluther
she's
75.
awesome.
She's
She
so
is
sweet.
awesome. Yeah, Summer
Thank
Days 777, Phoenix Rising, good stuff. J Malay K, I think. If I didn't say that right, I'm sorry. Single moms are what? Amazing? Of course they are. Peach Happiness 3118, Nancy K 07, Homeland USA, Nicola Moody 784, Lady Crimson 1997, and it jumped up. I knew it would. Alicia Clark Congrats. Welcome to the sauce. 10 new meatballs jumping in this awesome sauce with us so we can spill it every day after day. And again, thank you so much for that, Sluther. God bless, hon. That's amazing. Appreciate you more and more. Hello, working and listening. I got to sing it today, Candy. My voice is a little bit better, so I hope you liked it. I could have done it like, you know,
Candy girl.
how about that?
I love that song.
Yes, it was a great song. New Edition was awesome. They are. Yes, congrats, new meatballs. Very awesome, Sluther. Miss Noni's in the house today. Good day. Afternoon, Dago Mods chats. Mods in chat, I can't read, sorry. Good to see you all. Spicy and sassy bunch of meatballs. Of course, of course. Happy hump day. Miss you, girl. Good to see you. It's been a few days. Great to have you in the house. Was vaccinated with that meningitis vaccine, and it didn't protect me either. I got it. And y'all, listen. I thought I was going to die. No lie. That was the worst headache I've ever had in my life. And it was scary. And I was only 14. So I got meningitis and
Stiff?
chickenpox same year. I'm sorry, what?
Oh my. Did your neck get stiff?
Very much so. I couldn't even move my head. And if I sat up, I had to lay down for like a week. If I sat up, my head felt like it was literally going to explode like a balloon.
Wow.
It's bad. And I just went swimming with my friends in the lake, and within 2 days.
Yeah.
So bad. So bad. Anybody ever gets it? Mine was viral. So it was treatable. The spinal meningitis is the one that can kill you. But
Yeah.
I still felt like I was going to die. It was so bad. So bad. Worst headache. I can't even explain you. Any migraine you've ever had is like nothing compared to this headache. It was so bad. Sammy T, good to see you.
Wow.
Oh, right. Let's see. I think I got everybody. Yeah, it was very stiff. You can't turn it, move it, nothing. I remember just laying there crying, sobbing. I was so sick. And I think it was 5 days, and it finally went away. Dory, congrats on 29 months. Happy.
Happy Dagoversary.
Happy Dagoversary to you. Sing. I did sing. Tell me what.
She was talking about a different song. Yeah, that one.
Ain't that Candy Shop song to see her. Oh, I got it.
I see
Yeah.
that. Gotcha.
That's funny. I have it now too, Sluther. I mean, I'd probably rather drink well water than the city water. I don't. I have one of those. You can't see it, but it's one of those water things. You put the 5-gallon jug on it.
Yeah, we have one of those too.
Or bottled water. I won't drink my well water either. I'll boil it and put it in like tea or something, but I won't drink it straight. One. What's up, buddy? Bottled water is the same as tap water. I've been told that more than once, but my dog don't like the well water either. He'll look at me. I'll fill it up with it. I've tried it a couple times, and he'll take a drink and look up at me like, "What is this shit?" You know. Sorry, buddy. I'll go get you some real water here in a minute. Whole house water filter and still buy gallons. Yeah, I get it. We have a lot of sulfur, or I think it's iron, which makes it smell like there's a lot of sulfur in it. Sorry. Oh wow, I've heard about that, Lizzie. I'm sorry to hear you went through that. That's horrible.
Oh yeah, that's bad.
5th worst in the nation. I switched to non-tap bottle water after I got. Ugh. You live in Michigan? I heard that the water in Michigan was horrifying.
I don't think they ever fixed it.
I don't think they did either.
That was horrible.
Because we have city water that comes from the upper part of Lake Huron. It's actually very good tasting, but I have right. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. Lake Huron. Barometric headaches. My mother gets those, Jen. I bet, Witchy. So, yeah, Flint. I watched the whole documentary on the Flint. It's just like, what? Those
That makes
people,
me so angry. I
yeah,
was so angry at that like, they basically poisoned the
yeah,
children and everybody in that town and then left them high and dry.
people died from the water, folks. It was that bad.
And the politicians just left, quit, you know.
Hmm. They did
No,
not care.
no consequences for anybody.
No, of course, no accountability, nothing. It was horrifying. The documentary literally made me like want to cry. I was so angry and like upset when I watched it because these are your people, and you just, I don't care. Moved on. That should have been something we covered in the crime world because it's
Yeah, it
truly
was a
that time.
crime. Yeah, because their water was fine, I thought, then they just switched the
Hmm.
source they were getting it from.
Yep.
Something like that.
That's how I remember it too. It's horrible. Very horrible. Idiopathic intracranial hypertension. That's what. Yeah. I know yours. You told me your story, which is wild. Yeah, yes, it was, Jen. Very much so. It's like we got 122 you in here now, guys. 82 likes. Let's hit just a few more to make sure we hit that algorithm, please. And thank you. Um, Poor pasture habits. Posture. Yes, that is true. I wake up in the morning with a headache all the time because of the way I sleep. I sleep like an idiot. So that's a
I
good
use
point.
one of those ergonomic pillows because I just found out at like around the age of 50 that I have scoliosis. That was nice.
At 50, it took
Yeah.
long enough.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. So I got to
That is,
sleep a certain way.
I probably should be doing it too because I have a very bad back problem. Which is why I can't, I don't work anymore. I got injured, and that could explain. I probably need one of those pillows too. I was told to get one of those neck things. Hold on a minute.
1-1. Oh my goodness, that's funny.
I wake up in the morning with a cigar, but good. Okay, I can actually see that. I can actually visualize that one. I have no doubt you're probably telling the truth there, buddy. That's hilarious. I bathe in lead water. RFK would deem it a healthy. Yes, of course, since he's got holes in his brain. Good lord. Unbelievable. Great to
I,
have you all here today. Go ahead.
sorry, I have every neck thing you could imagine. I've got one of those things that like you wrap around you and you pump it full of air and it stretches your neck up. I've
Yeah. I was told to sleep with one of those pillows that is like that. And I'm thinking like, how am I supposed to sleep that way?
No, I don't think you'd want to sleep with those because it kind of like, I mean, you have to make sure you don't do it so tight that it like cuts off your
That would
circulation.
be my luck. I'd wake up like, in the morning. I don't get it. Oh, Grace just said she's 71 diagnosed with mild scoliosis. Why does it take so long? What's up, Rui Manu?
I didn't have it when I was younger.
It's
Crazy.
probably from teaching and sitting the way you have to sit at the desk and then standing and then sitting and then standing and sitting. Maybe you hunched over your papers doing stuff, maybe.
Yeah, or when I'd be at home grading papers and sitting weird. Yeah, probably.
Mhm. Would make sense to me. It is great to have you all here today. So, what do you got on your mind today, Miss Kim? Any thoughts that you would like to discuss? Anything at all? What do you got going?
I am trying to gather stuff. I don't have it yet. More on the medical examiner stuff, but
Gotcha.
I don't know. The past couple days, I've just been going back and looking at body cam clips and like
Yes.
just
That's
odd things that were caught on video. Like, I heard somebody say something about someone in one of the apartments saying,
Hold on. One
uh,
second. I
people,
don't mean to cut you off.
yeah,
1 second. Something just happened. Keep talking. I'm going to turn. I can hear you over here, but I have to go see what she needs real quick.
yeah.
Sorry about that.
Maybe let me know in the chat if you guys remember this, but the cops go up, and I think it's that corner Queen Road apartment, and they're knocking on the door, and someone's off camera. And I want to know who it is, because the person off camera says that they saw, yeah, I saw them getting in the car with guns. Like that. And then when they say it, and then the cop is like really quick to say, oh, for protection or something like that. And it's one of those clips where you got to go back and watch it a bunch of times, which I have not done yet, but I remember seeing people talk about it, hearing people talk about it. So I wanted to go find it for myself, and because I didn't even know if it existed, I was surprised when I found it. And yeah, I think it'd be cool to discuss the context of it. It might be nothing, but I don't know. It's when they're going door to door and asking for information. Hi, Karen.
All right. Sorry about that. All right. Sorry.
Is everything okay?
Yeah. There was something dropped off that she was trying to pick up, and it was too big. My son had ordered something. So anyway, that's all.
They're still talking about health things in the chat.
Oh, okay. What is Gary sitting on a toilet with a snake swimming? Ew. No. Don't go there. That's one of my biggest fears.
Oh, okay, Jen. I don't remember that, but I do remember them talking about thinking or hearing there were gunshots, but getting in the car part, I don't remember. So there is a clip, Dago, that I just watched it the other day, and it's when, is it Warner? Somebody's body cam. I wrote it down.
I will pull it up.
They go up to that like corner apartment, I believe. And
the one where the guy says, when he tells them that they left at 3 and came back at 5?
No, this one, he says that they had guns when they were getting in the car.
Really?
And it's someone off camera that's talking, and I don't know how to make sense of it. I mean, it could be nothing, but it's weird.
I never heard that. That's interesting.
It is, hold on, is it? I think it's
is
Officer House.
Oh.
Officer House's body cam. And
when he was doing the door knock thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he starts off down by the intersection where you can see Jack's house on the 1112 house, and then he walks straight up the road and goes to the corner apartment at the Queen Road apartments.
Okay. I'm looking for it right now. I think Connor has that one.
Because I don't even think anybody opens the door. No one opens the door of the apartment, but someone is with him, and I couldn't see I didn't notice anybody as he was walking up, like that was walking with him. So I don't know where this person comes from, and you can just hear them talking.
Do you know if it was 1, 2, or part 3?
Oh no. 1, I think.
Okay. We'll go there.
I didn't know there were 3 parts. I didn't write that down.
That's okay. We'll figure it out either way. There's only 3 of them. I can scrub through them all before you find the spots that you want to be to. Because I've never heard that before, and that's really interesting to me.
If you start it and he's down, is that the beginning?
Yeah, this is the very beginning of part 1.
Oh, maybe they're in reverse order.
Okay, I'll go to 3 then.
I think he's down, down the road at the beginning of these.
So yeah, these are the Queen apartments. So let me move that one.
Right.
1 minute.
Hit the like, everybody. We're almost to 100. Let me see. Where are we at?
Thank you.
90. Yeah. We need 5 more. 5 more likes.
That's all we need. You guys can do that. Yep, you're right, Kim. This is
Okay.
the one where he's down there by the intersection of King and Queen.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. So all right, Tomboy, thank you. I will go there next. So let me see. Is it when he walks up to this house here, Kim?
No, he goes all the way up the road to Queen Road apartments.
No. Okay, so there he's over by Decor's house. Then it's down here some
Oh,
maybe
yeah, I think yep.
right here.
Back, yeah. Right, yeah, right there.
Okay. Start playing it
So he'll
here.
be walking now. See if you notice anybody, because I think the person, and I think it's interesting they just all left their blankets and stuff there.
They did. They just dropped it and went. This place is a mess. They could have at least thrown them away if they weren't going to take them inside or something, you know? We hit 105. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. God bless.
Awesome.
What is the deal with this damn dumpster? It's so overflowed. Do they never dump these?
Right.
God. Looks like the entire neighborhood shares one dumpster. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Grace Kirk says, question, Dago and Kim, who do you think did the Grace, I wish I had an actual answer. I have a few thoughts, but I have no way to even be sure. Thank you, Leah. That's a great question.
I don't know who, but I think it's people connected to the drug world. That's my theory.
Yeah, that makes sense. I kind of have that feeling as well in some form or fashion. I don't know exactly how, but yeah, I agree with you. Hey, Love and Other Habits. Good to see you today.
Hello.
See, he just said hello. He just said hello to somebody. So there's somebody there with him.
Hello.
Yeah, he was talking to somebody, right? Unless he
Right?
was just waving at somebody that was standing there or something, maybe. But
No,
yeah, there was
because
somebody there.
They're gonna talk. They're gonna talk.
Oh, okay, I got you. You know what's crazy is I don't think I saw this version of this is part 3, so I don't think I saw this one. Interesting. Let's see what we got. Actually, I'm gonna put on this just in case I can't hear everything too. I like to be able to see something if I don't hear. What did I do? The closed caption.
Oh yeah, that'll be good.
There we go.
I don't think they're home. I saw them leave a little bit ago.
Okay.
Actually, we were just thinking about this. We were going to bring it up to you. We were thinking about it at the time. We saw them get in their cars with firearms.
Whoa.
Yeah.
We saw them getting in cars with firearms.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Who's we and who's them?
Yeah. Hold on a minute. I want to hear that again clearly.
I don't think they're home. We saw them leave a little bit ago.
Okay.
Actually, we were just thinking about this. We were going to bring it up to you. We were thinking about it at the time. We saw them get in their cars with firearms.
Okay, so who's he talking to? Because he knocked on the door and then said, I don't think they're home. And then he's saying something about saw them getting into cars with firearms. So who is he actually talking to and about?
Right. I don't know if he's talking about the people who live in this apartment,
Or is
or
he
is he
talking
talking about
to
the
them?
people at 1122?
That's weird. How have I never heard this?
Probably talking about the people in this apartment. And isn't Jack Showalter's apartment on the corner?
I thought it was. I thought it was one of the corner apartments. That's my thought. There is no doubt about that based in the audio. Right. Okay. I'm writing some notes now. Hold on.
Yeah.
How old? This is old, you guys. I've never seen this.
It
or
is
heard this.
old, and I know I've heard somebody bring it up. Like, I know another creator has, like, brought it up, but I forgot about it, and then I was, like, thinking of odd things in the case that I remember hearing, and I wanted to go back and find it, and I was shocked when I found it.
Of course, I would be too. I am. Here's the thing, though: if they didn't, nobody answered the door. So who's he talking to?
Right. And so clearly the other person talking that we can't see must be a resident somewhere in here in Queen Road saying, "We wanted to come find you to tell you this."
Yeah. Now I do remember. Tiny True Crime Mama's right. Do you remember when somebody had come forward and said, "Hey, I just wanted to let you know that I'm going to be walking. I'm going to go hunting, and I'm going to be walking with my rifle or something. And I just wanted to give you guys a heads up why, if you saw me doing that." I remember that because this time of year is hunting season. Obviously, we know that. But could that have been what this is? But either way, that's still alarming.
That is true. Maybe that's why nothing came of it. In these videos, the only thing I remember hearing about the hunting is the girlfriend who was at the apartment saying there were guys that left at like what, 4 or 5 in the morning, 5 in the morning to go hunting.
Mm-hmm.
So could be.
I remember when whoever was standing at the front door keeping track of things said, "By the way, one of these guys over here said to let everybody know that if they see him walking with a rifle, it's because he's going hunting. So don't be alarmed." I stopped. SRB, what?
I don't remember that.
She said, "Dago, stop." I'm stopped. What's up? Yeah, I remember that vaguely, I think.
But I mean, my uncle and my dad used to go hunting, and you wear hunting clothing. You don't,
Yeah,
you
you
know,
go out and like
you're not
camo
wearing,
and stuff like that, right?
you're not wearing jogging shorts.
No, not at all. You shouldn't be.
Showalter left around 5 a.m. and went to his parents' cabin. I don't know if that's been verified.
No, he didn't go. He left. Okay, let me put this back to where it goes. In the report, that was a rumor in the beginning. I remember that, Anonymous, and we all freaked out about that. What actually happened, according to him, based on the phone call he made to MPD and the report that I read, was that the next day, not Sunday, but Monday, he went home to his parents' house, is what he said. And then he called them from his parents' house when he was trying to speak to the detectives.
Yeah, it was always a rumor that he drove to some cabin, and I don't know why that was always a rumor, but
Gotcha. Okay.
straight back.
The brown brick on the left is where Shelter.
Okay. Okay.
So we're talking about back here.
Yeah, I knew he was on a corner. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. I didn't truly know that. Thank you, SRB.
Can we listen to what these kids say one more time?
Yeah, that's why I backed it up, right?
I mean, I just think the way they say it is weird too. I just think you would know if someone was going. The difference between someone going hunting and the difference between, something weird.
Yes, I agree. If you see a couple guys getting into a car in basketball shorts and a t-shirt, as compared to guys getting in their car wearing camouflage coveralls and a hat, yes, I agree.
Boots.
His apartment faces the treehouse. Okay, thank you. Remember the two shady dudes that were on the other? Yeah, I do remember those two that came outside the apartment saying that his boss called him from Lewiston and told him what happened. Those two, if that's what you're talking about, I do remember that.
I don't think they're home. We saw them leave a little bit ago.
Okay.
Okay, so it sounds like somebody walked up to him and said, "I don't think they're home. We saw them leave a little bit ago."
Uh-huh.
So this has to be the guy that we heard him say hi to as he was walking up there. The guy must have approached him and said this.
Yep.
Okay, that's what I gather. That's what you got. Okay, we're on agreement with that. So, okay.
Actually, we were just thinking about this. We are gonna bring it up to you. We were thinking about at the time we saw them getting their cars with firearms. We just
Oh, these guys did?
yeah, they're probably just protecting themselves. We don't know, but sure.
Are you
See?
serious? No.
So he is talking about the people in the apartment because the cop says these guys. Okay.
Yeah, we were actually going to bring it up to you. We saw them getting into their cars with firearms.
Mhm.
He didn't say rifles, shotgun. He said firearms. So there, we don't know exactly. And he said probably just to protect themselves. What?
Yeah.
That's weird. That is weird. I'm sorry, but that's weird. Tommy says this is not campus housing. Okay. That's true because there's other people that live here that are not students and stuff.
Who said it's campus housing?
I think Just Us and Pixie Dust asked, are guns and rifles allowed on campus housing? Gotcha.
Kent State had a whole big protest thing about that because Gun Girl, remember that? Her name?
Yep.
Because they wanted to have open carry on campus.
Yeah, and after what happened at Kent State, they were no.
Yeah.
Nope. Enan lives around the corner. He lives in a corner apartment too, I think, in the upstairs level, I believe.
Oh, he lived in Queen?
I think, yeah, he lived in the middle, somewhere in the middle there, I believe, up top, I think.
Interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
so they just dropped this bombshell on this police officer. How does it end? Like, what is...
Right, yeah, I'm going to go forward with it now and see what we got.
We just thought we'd let you know that.
Yeah, certainly not uncommon for Idaho, but
Right.
certainly raises the ears a little.
Not uncommon for Idaho, but raises the ears and then they laugh about it. Okay, you just had 4 people murdered 50 yards away from this, and
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah. I don't know how many, like, is this a day or two later? I'm not sure.
This is November 13th at 3 in the afternoon, 3:59 in the afternoon.
It's the same day. Too soon to be laughing.
I agree.
No, I know it's hunting season and I know all that, but if they left to go hunting at 5 a.m. and nobody knew anything, then it is what it is. But I just think that,
well,
you'd be able to tell that.
If you're truly going hunting in the woods, I think they'd be dressed that way. I've never seen anybody go hunting dressed like I'm dressed right now. So I think you'd notice if they're wearing a certain type of clothing, even if it was just like a bright orange shirt or a camo t-shirt, something, you wouldn't have said to protect themselves. You'd have said, I think they're going hunting. You would have said that instead of to protect themselves. I'm just going to guess. If that guy said protection, point. It wasn't like a rifle. It was probably, that's what I was thinking too, Love and Other Habits, like a handgun or something, not a rifle. Right. Hunters don't wear pajamas. Right, Anonymous, right.
Or at the very least, where's the report on this and where was the follow-up? Did they find the people that live in this apartment? Did they come back and ask them? Did they see the actual weapons? You know, like, what else?
There most definitely should have been a follow-up. Thank you, Moonlit. And I highly doubt there was.
We need to find out who lives in this apartment because the one I'm thinking of was on the second level and at the end, second level at the end. And there was a girl and she said, my boyfriend left to go hunting.
Yes. That was video 1, I think it was. That I saw when he was on the upper level walking up and down knocking. Yeah, I remember that. And Reenie's right. He said firearms, not hunting rifles or, yeah. No, good point. The verbiage is everything. That's a fact. Let's see.
Especially a couple hours ago, too.
Yeah. So. Is it a couple that lives here?
Wait, what did he just say? It was just a couple hours ago?
Yeah. I'll play it back. Hold on.
Little one.
Yeah. Especially a couple hours ago, too.
Yeah. So. Is it?
Especially a couple hours ago, too. So like 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
You don't go hunting at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't think you go early in the morning or in the evening. I don't know. What do hunters?
No, you go early in the morning. Every time I've ever done it, it was 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning when it's still dark.
Yeah, and that's what that girl said. See, I believed her because she did say her boyfriend left at like 5 in the morning. Like that's what hunters do.
Right. That's true.
I don't know. Any hunters in the chat?
I don't do it anymore, but I used to, and that's when I went. Do you guys remember it being said that the light on the corner of Queen Apartments closest to 1122 was out that night? But it was, yeah, I do remember that moonlight. I do. I have a strong hunch that all 8 parents and the 2 roomies know exactly who did this crime, as well as Hoodie Boy Adam. Probably, very possible, Contessa, very possible. One says, I only hunt wabbits.
And if they do, why does it need to be covered up? Why is it a secret?
Again, yeah. Like, just put it out there. Put it out there. Nothing half-assed. She's a hunter, too. So I think you guys, right. I mean, I know you can do it at night, too. My friend Jeff, he does do it at nighttime, too, because he works. But most of the time, it's early morning hours from what I've saw.
Yeah, absolutely. I know you can go whenever you want.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think it's common.
Yeah, no, it's not. Well, not at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I've never seen anybody do that. So, yeah, see, early morning or a little before sunset. Randy's saying it's done in the morning. Yeah, I mean, everybody does things, but most of the time, that's what I've seen too. So, yep.
A couple that lives here.
There was just 2 guys that we saw. I think I've only ever seen 1 guy, but.
And what was your name again?
My girlfriend is actually the one that lives here.
That's funny. Thank you, Witchy. Number 1 towards our goal today. It says follow-ups in Moscow. They are hiding with Bigfoot. I can agree.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Witchy. Very generous. Appreciate you very much. I live in Nevada, not far from Idaho. Hunting, you go in the morning. Most people do, from my understanding. Deer and elk bed down in the evenings, right? I mean, in November, that's hunting season here too. So for deer, and it's gun season, I believe, because early November, I think it's bow, unless it's changed. But that's what I thought. Okay, thank you guys. You guys are on point again today. Very interactive. I love it.
What's your last? What's the date of birth for you? Excellent, thank you. Are you licensed through Idaho by chance?
Yeah.
Really tried. Where?
Yeah, I just saw a video, Right Turn Clyde. I was gonna save it for tomorrow to see what it said.
Is it the grass man again?
I don't know, but I saw the headline. I'm like, oh boy, that's gonna be good.
I'm gonna have to check that out because I'm an avid Bigfoot person.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I love that stuff. I love it. I run that stuff on my paranormal nights and stuff. I will check it out.
I'll have to jog my memory at what number you guys. Thank you. Perfect. Appreciate it.
That's it. No follow-up questions. What kind of car were they in? Where do they usually park? How many of them were there?
What did they look like? Anything.
Yeah, what do they look like? Do you know them? Do they live in this apartment?
You know how long they've lived here? Have you seen them anywhere else in town? Anything. Right.
Do you think it was before the police showed up down the road or after?
Right.
It must have been before because wouldn't the cops have well, I don't.
Well, he said it was just a couple hours ago. So it's 3 o'clock now. I'm going to guess like between 12 and 1 at least.
I wonder if we could look at other footage to see,
If
because the
you
only
see him.
way out of there is to go past the house.
Right.
So it's got to be on
So
camera.
it would have to be one of the vehicles that leave. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is 2 guys that live here. They're saying that's what he said, Tomboy. 2 guys.
Yes.
And I do a paranormal thing. I used to do it every Friday and then Saturday. If I do it, I'm gonna start kicking it back on. I probably end up going back to Fridays. But I used to do it every Friday night. I just got away from it, but I cover. It's called creepy. What the hell is it called? Creepy, weird, unexplained, and scary Saturdays. It was, but it'll be Fridays. Where I kind of cover a little bit of everything that's out of the norm. So
I remember you doing that. Yeah.
it's just to decompress from all this stuff, guys, because I like that kind of stuff too. So I
Yeah.
used to be a ghost hunter, all that kind of fun stuff. So anyway, but that's for who asked me. That's what. Just watch out for it. I'll give you a heads up when I do it. Good stuff. Good. I'm glad to hear. Awesome, Lisa. Awesome, awesome. Oh, I'm big time familiar with that, Witchy. Big time. Aurora Rain, welcome. One thing I can tell you is real is mantis beings. What? Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Wow. For real, wow. I'll have to look into that. I've never heard of that before. I was a big fan of the Mothman thing and all that stuff, so good stuff, Lisa. Good. But Friday is and you can eat your steak, Randy. Fetish Fridays. That's a good sound. I like that. Yeah, there you go.
Fetish Fridays, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, guys. I don't want to jump too far off subject. So back to this.
Afternoon. How y'all doing?
Yeah, doing pretty good.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of hustle and bustle going on here right now, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just kind of checking in. Yeah, I don't believe you guys spoke to an officer yet, correct?
No, we were waiting for someone to show up.
Oh, can you pause it for a second?
Yeah.
Jen said Windham, Ohio is where the sighting was. And
Are you serious?
I go down there all the time. That's not far away from
I'm 10 minutes from there.
Right? By Streetsboro? No.
No, it's closer to me than it is to Streetsboro. Hold on a minute. Randy,
Way south.
did you hear that there was a Bigfoot sighting in Windham?
We got to look this up. Pause for Bigfoot.
What? No shit. Was it here or was it there? Oh my God.
Look up
That's
the
like-
video. I'm curious now.
That's literally no lie. I'm like 10 minutes from there. Hold on, guys. I'm putting this on hold for a minute.
Yeah. I just know how rural it is down there.
It's very rural, yeah, because I'm
Down there,
literally right down the road from there.
Oh wow.
No
I
lie.
dated somebody that he took me to I don't know what it was, some gathering in a barn.
There's a lot of that.
Last night around 8 p.m., a mother and her daughter were traveling on Route 303. Yeah, 303, heading west from Streetsboro, toward Hudson when they came face to face with the unknown.
Oh my God. Okay, hold on. Yeah, okay, so I'm on this map that they're showing. So this is that close to me. Holy shit. Wow. I told you guys I thought I saw something like that out here before. Manaway, Garrettsville, Wyndham, Newton Township, one sighting on March 10th. That was last night.
Manaway is where I went to the barn party. Wyndham is where I went because I dated a guy whose kids lived in Wyndham, and then he was from Streetsboro. Yes.
So in Manaway, that was on between the March 6th and 7th. It was 9 to 8 foot tall, brown, Garrettsville, 8 foot, black headwaters, 10 foot, stilted. Wyndham, 6 foot, brown, Newton Township, 10 foot, black. So I live outside of Newton Township, folks. Okay. I'm not going to say exactly where, but I live outside of Newton Township.
That's crazy.
This is crazy as hell. Hold on.
As it happens about the current Northeast Ohio Bigfoot sighting flap. My name is Jeremiah Byron from the Bigfoot Society podcast. So this all happened starting March 6th, 2026. I found a sighting report on the Bigfoot mapping project and started making videos about it on the Bigfoot Society social media. There's been 6 Bigfoot sighting reports, and it's getting to the point where there's a lot coming in, and a lot of it could be troll accounts, but I'm starting to talk to people on the phone to be able to verify what's going on. It started in an area called Manawa, Ohio, and it started to move west.
It's pronounced Manaway, folks, not Manawa.
To east. We'll talk about this more as we go through it. So starts out in Manawa Center, Friday, March 6th, around 12:23 p.m. A researcher from an organization called MTCR spotted a 9-foot brown male Sasquatch in broad daylight. Subject was stationary, then retreated at high speed. The report on the Bigfoot mapping project was, I run MTCR, a cryptid research organization. I saw Bigfoot and was looking for somewhere to report it. Besides my own organization, I was hiking when I saw a large bipedal cryptid, Bigfoot, standing about 120 yards from me, and it started moving away. It knew I was there, and it left fast, and I left just as fast. So that is the specific report that was on the Bigfoot mapping project there. We then go to the same town area, Manawa Center, Saturday, March 7th, 10:52 p.m. Sighting was by an individual who wants to be credited as Dylan Obney. It was an 8-foot brown figure. Heard heavy footsteps, deep vibrating grunt, and the forest got quiet. Dylan contacted me through TikTok on the Bigfoot Society account. Here's his report. I was walking along a trail near the edge of the woods when I started hearing heavy footsteps deeper in the trees. At first, I thought it was a deer or maybe someone else hiking, but the steps were slow, spaced out, and much heavier than anything I've ever heard out there before. A few minutes later, I noticed movement about 40 to 50 yards away. Something tall stepped between 2 trees. It looked easily 7 to 8 feet tall, covered in dark brown hair with long arms that hung low by its sides. It moved upright and slowly turned its head toward the trail, like it knew I was there. The craziest part was the sound it made, a deep grunt that echoed through the woods before it stepped back behind the trees and disappeared. After that, everything became completely quiet. When I walked over to where it had been standing, I found several large footprints pressed into the muddy ground that looked way bigger than any normal boot. I'm not saying 100% what it was, but whatever I saw definitely wasn't a person, definitely wasn't a deer. If anyone else in the Manawa area saw or heard anything strange yesterday evening, I'd be curious to know. Please credit Dylan Obney if this story is shared or reposted anywhere. This happened March 7th, 10:52 p.m. Okay, so there's Dylan. So we've gone through March 6th, March 7th. now we move east to Garrettsville. We start to get reports from March 9th, and this is where things get really intense. And I start. So the first one is 10:20 a.m. And this is from it was reported on the Bigfoot mapping project. I don't believe that report is there currently, but I was able to get the information here. So pretty quick one. I saw an 8-foot Sasquatch looking creature and I got scared and ran away. He had a lot of fur. Reported as having thick black fur. I did get another report. This happened at 11:47 March 9th. And this is an individual I was actually able to talk to on the phone. He's going to remain. It was two individuals that had the sighting, an anonymous individual, an individual named Jacob Taylor. I talked to the anonymous individual. So I'm going to go ahead and read what Anonymous had provided me. My name is, we're going to keep it anonymous. I want to report something unusual that my friend and I experienced while hiking near Garrettsville, Ohio earlier today. At approximately 11:47 a.m., my friend Jacob Tyler, who said he would like to go on record, and I were hiking along a wooded trail when we noticed movement coming from the tree line ahead of us. About 25 to 30 feet away, we observed what appeared to be a very large upright figure stepping partially out from the trees. The figure was completely covered in black hair and looked to be roughly 8 to 10 feet tall. It stood there for several seconds while we watched. The shoulders appeared extremely broad and the arms were unusually long, hanging well below where a normal person's would. When it took a step forward, we could clearly see that it was walking upright on two legs. The ground shook slightly as it moved, and we also noticed a strong, musky smell in the air. After a few seconds, the creature seemed to notice us. It turned its head toward us, let out a deep grunt-like noise, and then quickly stepped back into the trees. We could hear heavy footsteps moving away through the brush for several moments afterwards. We were both pretty shaken up and didn't approach the area any closer. We didn't manage to get a photo because it happened so quick. Jacob Taylor said he was willing to be listed as a witness. I would like to be anonymous if you're documenting sightings. If you need any additional details about the location or what we saw, feel free to reach out. I called. So I then called the anonymous witness as I had his contact info. We talked over the phone. This witness, to me, seemed to be legitimate and was extremely shook up by what had just happened an hour or so earlier. Some additional details that the anonymous witness was able to provide to me was he said that it was only able to turn its neck by turning its shoulders and not just its neck, which I found extremely interesting. And the anonymous witness said it had a weird way of moving like it was on stilts, like you see an individual that's on stilts and it's moving around in a certain way. He said that the encounter lasted for about 10 to 15 seconds duration, and it happened specifically while hiking.
I do paranormal stuff, yes. My wife and I had a ghost hunting group called TRAP, Trumbull Researchers of Apparitions in the Paranormal, for years. We haven't done much with it, but yeah, I cover a lot of that kind of stuff too. I'm very interested in it, just so you guys know.
Headwaters Trail north of Hankey Road in Garrettsville. Okay, so that takes us to midday, March 9th. I then got a contact from another individual same day, about an hour after it happened. This happened in Windham, Ohio, 6 p.m. Ohio time. And a few things to...
Okay, so this makes sense because this is all side by side. Garrettsville and Windham, they interlock. Route 82 and 322, they run in line. And the one that happened here was last night. And it's all coming the same, like it's moving this direction. If it's something really happening, it's coming from Manaway heading east this way. And it's all in line. This is wild.
Go over here. So there was a older individual, female, that was in her house, looking out the living room window, saw something run out of the woods on the neighbor's property. 6 feet tall figure, all brown. Stride was very long. It happened about 6 seconds worth, and it was about 100 feet away. This individual got a side view of the Bigfoot running the whole time. I was able to actually talk to this individual and her daughter. And a very, very interesting conversation over the phone. In fact, the witness themselves was a skeptic, and told me that her quote was, "I know what I saw, but I don't know what I saw," which I thought was fascinating. There are going to be listeners that are like, are you're in Iowa, this is all happening in Northeast Ohio. Are you having people check up on this for you? And yes, I am partnering with a local researcher. I'm providing phone numbers if the witness is okay with it. This researcher is being able to go to places to check it out hours after it happened. We are not going to say the name of the researcher because, to be quite honest, I don't want the researcher being bugged. We need this researcher to be able to just do what the researcher needs to do. This researcher has help. Multiple individuals are helping as well, and you'll be hearing from this researcher on the show in the future. But to be quite honest, there hasn't been a group of sightings in an area like this since, I would say, the 1970s. Let's continue. So that being said, since I'm getting a lot of the information, I'm trying to take this as serious as I can to make sure that stuff is documented and the information gets out there. Let's continue.
Just so everybody knows, I'm a huge skeptic. Okay, I have to see something to believe it or interact. I can't think exactly where it's at. Right turn, Clyde. I can show you here in a bit, but it's called the Octagon House. It's in Kentucky. I've been there once. That's wild too. It sits right on a ley line, so it's very weird, the things that go on there. I can't remember the name right now of the town because it's been years ago, but I'll let you know for sure. So yeah, just understand that I'm a huge skeptic about all these things. I do this because I want to be proven. I want it proven to me. So that's why. My wife's a little different, but I want to find it. I want to see it so that there's proof. If not, it's hard for me to believe it. So that's what my issue is with it.
Today is time of recording is March 10th, 2026. I woke up to a few emails, as you can imagine. And again, I'm talking to people over the phone to confirm things, as a lot of them have turned out to be not legitimate. Now, the one gentleman I was able to talk to today, interesting gentleman, as in he is extremely shook up. He's very, very emotional about what happened to him in the town of Newton Township. So this individual reached out to me through email. He had taken his dog out at 4 a.m. this morning, German Shepherd. When the door was open, the German Shepherd freaked out and it just lunged towards the wood line. The witness reports that there was something, a large black shadowy figure out in the wood line. Something was crashing around. He does have bear on his property, so he knows the size of bear. And he says what he saw, he would estimate the size of it to be much, much taller. Probably he would estimate around 8 to 10 feet tall. Let me read through my notes for this one. He finally was able to get his dog inside, and the dog was shaking, which is not unlike the dog does not do that. It's a German Shepherd. And so, you know, if you know German Shepherds, they're normally are not like that. So, The individual was so shook up, he wasn't even able to go to the back of his.
Okay, so I'm going to be honest. I'm a little unnerved right now because the one that he's talking about right now is very, very close to me. And I mean very close to me. You know, I'm gonna go live from my phone at some point and show you where I live, and you'll understand why I'm freaked out.
Yard to the wood line to see if there are tracks or anything to check it out. He's like, I'm not going out there. So I was like, hey, maybe when it's.
Oh, if I saw something, I would definitely be live with it immediately. But this is Newton Township, this sighting that this guy's freaked out with the Germans. I'm super, super, super close. I can't even say it anymore.
Later today, after work or your errands, you can go out there. If you go out there, please contact and let us know if there are any footprints.
We have what I believe to be a mutated owl that lives in my back property, and it's monstrous. And I'm telling you, we have bear around here too, but there was one time I was sitting in my living room, which is right that way. These windows that are in front of me here. Okay. I watched something walk. There's 3 windows right here in front of me. And I was sitting on my couch in the room directly parallel with it, okay? And I watched something walk across, like a head, across these back windows. This was 2 years ago. And because I have the big light outside, it shadowed it. Here's the thing. I could clearly see a head and neck, like shoulder type shape. But this, where I'm sitting, this is an addition, and I'm sitting up off the ground. These windows are probably at about 8-10 foot from the ground. Okay, so whatever the hell it was either the shadow was big or it was big. And I thought, well, maybe a bear, but it just didn't look like a bear. And I went outside, I couldn't see anything. But I watched that happen 2 years ago, and it freaked me out a little bit. So my door window looks hairy. Yeah, right. But anyway, there's things out here like animals, lots of them, coyotes, bears, whatever. Because I live basically in the woods, folks. So
I'm getting the researcher I'm working with connected to this individual. But guys, this is really wild. I've been making maps of how this seems to be playing out. And if you look at the maps that I'm making, you can find these on the Bigfoot Society social media. So it starts in Manawa Center, goes east to Garrettsville, starts to go southeast a little bit to Wyndham, and then southeast again to Newton Township area. I have the sightings on the map.
So if this keeps going the direction it's claiming on this map, then it would be seen in Jackson Township next, which is the next area over, and or heading towards Salem. If it keeps going that direction for whatever reason. Just saying. I have one camera I could probably put out there. I may go out there tonight just see what if I see or hear anything too, just because.
Map, the sighting map I have at BigfootSocietyPodcast.com. Some of these are on the Bigfoot Mapping Project, but not all of them. Some of them are ones I've gotten specifically. So there's the sightings are starting to move roughly east, southeast at approximately 3 miles a day. So if you're in that area, please be aware. If you do have a sighting, if you see something or you experience something, or you know someone that has had a sighting, please have them reach out to me at BigfootSociety@gmail.com. If you are a Bigfoot researcher, and I've started to see things where people are like, we're headed out. Please don't start stepping on each other's toes. The last thing we need is a ton of people. We don't need a ton of people out in the woods making noises, call blasting, hitting trees, because potentially what that could do is you're going to have all these groups where they're going to be out in the woods and they're going to hear each other doing these things, and then there's going to be all these false reports. So what I might recommend is observing certain areas, looking at maps, seeing the wooded areas around, and getting out there and observing and see if there can be any evidence or you hear any vocalizations. You guys know what to do, but just be aware there's going to be potentially people coming into this area, and we don't want overlapping evidence reports. That's not a good thing. I will try to keep you guys up to date with what comes next for this. The best way to keep up to date is to follow the Bigfoot Society social media accounts. Really the best way is if you go over to Facebook, the Facebook page for Bigfoot Society. I'm doing maps, and I'm doing updates, and I'm doing videos about all the reports that I'm able to actually follow up with and get information, and trying to take this very seriously. So if you do, again, at the end here, if you have had a Bigfoot sighting in the Portage County, Trumbull County, or surrounding counties of Ohio in the last few days or today, please reach out to me as soon as you can, bigfootsociety@gmail.com, and trying to get back in touch with people as quickly as I can. Thank you again, guys.
This is wild. Literally. This is in my backyard. Are you still there, Kim? Maybe not. Scared her away. Huh. That is crazy. Sorry to get everybody off sideways on this.
Sorry, I had to get dinner started.
No, it's okay.
That's crazy. You keep that down there. Keep that down by you.
The last part of this that they spotted in Newton Township, the point that they showed on the map, I'm telling you, it is so super close to me. Like, I can't even express to you how close it is.
You could go out and look for like footprints or something. Yeah.
It's that close to me that I probably could. Yes.
Yeah.
What the hell? And it's just moving. If it keeps going, like I said, it's going to end up in Jackson Township, because that's the same direction.
What cities are in there or down there?
North Jackson, and then it would be heading towards Salem.
Okay.
There's a couple other I can't think. Austintown. It's
So
kind of that
southeast
way.
Ohio. Okay.
Yeah, and it would stay away from Austintown's a bigger city. It seems like it's staying in the rural thing. If it's truly what it is. There's bear out here too, but they're explaining, everybody's description was almost the same, so it's pretty weird. I'm a big skeptic of this stuff, so.
No, Lucy, no. She said there's weird things in the metro parks.
That's crazy, you guys. That is crazy. Garrettsville. Oh, shit.
Is Garrettsville where Nelson's Ledges is?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Nelson,
Close.
but they connect. It's connected. Yeah.
Close to it.
There's one spotted March 7th near where my daughter lives. Did you know there was one spotted in Cuyahoga Falls too?
Cuyahoga Falls?
Where my daughter lives, yeah. March 7th, 2026. No shit. Hold on.
That's a little urban for them to, right?
I mean, some parts of it are kind of like woodsy.
Yeah, yeah.
The metro parks. Stay out of The one in Youngstown. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me see what this guy says. This is where my daughter lives. This was a few days ago.
Just seen days ago near Cuyahoga Falls in Ohio. This report was just received by the Bigfoot Mapping Project. Sighting happened March 7th, just after 7 p.m. Resident thought they had a hog or raccoons in their trash, so they grabbed their .22 and moved in thinking they were about to deal with a pest. At 20 feet away, the hog stood up on 2 legs. The witness didn't even think it was Bigfoot at first. They thought it was a person trying to prank them, so they shined their light directly on its face. That's where their description becomes chilling. It was primitive yet human-like. The nose, lips, and eyes were just like ours, but its hair hung in muddy, dreadlock-like clumps, like it had been wallowing in the river to hide from mosquitoes. Whatever it was didn't growl, it just stared, and the .22 didn't scare it. It took 3 perfectly smooth steps backwards and melted into the woods. Just a 7-foot-tall presence in a...
It could have just been a really tall homeless hippie.
I was thinking someone that's been on the streets too long.
Hey, but this, yeah, it is weird though. It seems to be moving east from that direction downward, so that's wild.
Suburban backyard. March 7th, 2026, Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio. If you've seen anything in the area, please let me know by sending me an email, bigfootsociety@gmail.com. Leave your story in the comments and like and follow for more Bigfoot news. Bigfoot.
Are there's normally not sightings in Ohio, are there?
It's been a long time, like since, like he said, the late 70s. About 10 years ago, a doctor saw one in Howland, in what he thought his backyard. I think he was just drinking too much, but no, we haven't had since the Ohio Grassman stuff in the 70s. It's been a long time. So I don't know. I followed all of that stuff because a buddy of mine and me were very much into that, trying to prove that it was bullshit. And like I said, I don't know, Snappy. I don't know. But I've seen some, or we've heard some things in the woods across from my house. I'll go live on my phone one of these days and just show you what surrounds me and show you why. I live in the middle of absolutely nowhere, and I'm surrounded by woods and a river and everything that something like this would love. So I'm just saying.
That's crazy. Okay, I gotta go check my food real quick.
Yep. Okay. And then we'll get back to where we were. Sorry, guys. That just, that was wild. Oh, I remember the Salt Fork State Park thing. Yeah, that was wild. What did you say there? Okay, I'll wait till she comes back, and then we'll get back to where we were at. I'll show you guys this while we're waiting. The Salt Fork thing. It's quick, though, so you have to pay attention.
First up, we've got a Bigfoot sighting at Salt Fork State Park, Ohio. A drone captures a massive figure moving through the thickets. Could it be the legendary Bigfoot? You be the judge. Next, in Weld County, Colorado, farmer Eric Howard bravely takes on a 30-acre wildfire using his tractor. First up, we've got a Bigfoot sighting at Salt Fork State Park, Ohio. A drone captures a massive figure moving through the thickets. Could it be the legendary Bigfoot? You be the judge. Next, in Weld...
I don't know. It's not showing it. Yeah, they're definitely increasing, that's for sure. Yeah. You ain't lying, it don't. I'm telling you, once you guys see where I live, you'll completely get it. Truly the middle of nowhere. Left me. Oh. Oh, hold on. Looks like somebody has. I guess. Hopefully she'll be back here in a minute. This is the other update on this thing from right here by me. Um,
in the news is Bigfoot walking through Portage County forests. Well, here's an article brought to us by the Plain Dealer, man. Let's click it on. Hikers and residents in Portage County are buzzing after several reported sightings of a Bigfoot-like creature in local woods. Bigfoot is a tall, hairy creature from American folklore. The Bigfoot Society, a group that collects reports from people believe they've seen the creature, says at least 5 high-credibility sightings were reported in just 4 days. These sightings came from hikers and others exploring the forests near Mantis and Wyndham. The society uses something called Bigfoot Mapping Project to track where reports happen. According to one March 6 report, a witness saw a 9-foot tall brown hairy figure in the woods during the day. The witness said the creature noticed them, quickly moved away. Another report on March 7th, a hiker said they heard deep, heavy footprints and grunting sounds before seeing an 8-foot tall creature with long arms and dark hair at the same location. A person found large footprints in the mud. On March 9th, local witnesses said they even saw more strange figures in the woods. One group said they were face-to-face with a creature about 10 feet tall for about 15 seconds on a trail before it turned and walked away. Later that day, other witness in Wyndham said a 6-foot tall brown figure ran through the woods with very long steps. So, light and color of the sightings could mean more than one creature was seen, or perhaps a group that is moving through the woods together. They think the creatures reportedly seen might be using trails and green spaces like Headwaters Trail as a travel route. So, that's from the Plain Dealer, man. That's from the Plain Dealer. Then, if you go to my X page, in the Ohio over the past 5 days, in only a handful of the sightings have been publicly shared, but investigators with Bigfoot Service Society say multiple reports have been submitted from the same area of northeast Ohio. Major Bigfoot surge in Portage County. Here's where they saw them. So let's go to the maps now. Let's go to the maps. Let's run Portage, Ohio. Here's where Portage County is, man. It's east. It's east of Akron, Ohio, and as you can see, there's like only a few roads that run through it, and the city of Ravenna and Rootstown, Streetsboro, and Kent are the 3 major cities in it. The rest of it looks rather rural. So let's look. It's in between the woods between Akron and Youngstown, actually. So there's quite a bit of woods out here. There's enough rural area for it to possibly been seen.
I guess there's 7 sightings now.
Wow.
And this is starting to weird me out a little bit. This is so close to me. It's not even funny. It's passed over my area 3 times now on the map. So
That's crazy. Do you have outdoor cameras? No. That'd be interesting. Oh, you're muted.
I do, but I don't have anything hooked up right now. I need to hook them up,
Yeah.
obviously.
And if you look, it's lined up with Brunswick, just on the Brunswick, where I used to live. It's just 2 counties down from Brunswick. I lived in Medina County. So
There's Kent.
there were,
What'd you say?
I just said there's Kent.
Yeah, right. I don't know who this guy is. It's a little weird, but yeah, no, this is literally in my yard almost. I'll just be honest with you.
Bigfoot sightings in Hinckley a few times. Where Portage County is, right here, right in that square right there. You can tell there's a
Yeah, see, 76 is right here. It's right there. If I got in my car, pulled out of my driveway, I can get onto 76 in about a matter of about 4 seconds. That's how close I am to that. So
lot of rural area. Now let's look into Minerva, Ohio, man. I think Minerva, Ohio is a little bit south. Ohio, man. The Minerva. Hold up.
sorry, I know this guy's a little different, guys. I've never seen him before. I was just looking for this, but I don't know who he is.
Fucked up in. Isn't too far from Minerva, Ohio, where the Minerva monster was said to have lived, man.
That was a long time ago, buddy.
So let's go down a little bit. Minerva, Ohio driveway, and there was a Bigfoot. So it's a little bit Bigfoot could possibly hide.
Yeah, I can't follow him. The way he's moving around is making me nauseous. So I don't know, you guys. If there's something going on, hopefully it doesn't decide to knock on my front door. That's all. Wow. Laboratory escapees. Would I shoot at it? Probably not. I don't want to be the one to kill it. I didn't know there was a marble. Yeah, there is. So as soon as she comes back, we'll jump back into what we were doing. That was pretty wild. I'll be paying attention, though, that's for sure. Hell, I may go live from my phone or try to at least, just because the Minerva of you. Exactly, Roxy. Well, thanks for being patient with us, guys. We just wanted to check it out and see what the hell it was all about.
Someone asked if they go after humans, and I don't know if I believe in all this, but I've never heard that.
I've heard a couple stories, but I've also heard more of that it doesn't bother with people stories too. So I don't even know if I believe.
I know.
I told you I'm one of them people, like, you have to show me for me to believe. But I'm not going to say no because I've never seen it, so I can't say no. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's literally, I can't. That's what's freaking me out, Kim. It's literally in my backyard, basically. So, but anyway, back to what we were doing. I may go live just to go live with my phone and show everybody my property and stuff.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
The guy that shot Bigfoot.
Right. Can you imagine that? I'd be famous. It's the Dago guy shot Bigfoot. What's wrong with him? That's what would happen to me. Everybody'd be like, oh, wow, he shot Bigfoot. And I'd be hated because it was the only person that ever did it.
The only thing I would say is, like, if that, like, one of the reporters said they saw footprints. Oh, did you take a picture of them? Like, take a picture of them.
Yeah, show it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, it's okay, Clyde. Don't worry about it, bud.
And sorry.
No, I was just saying I'm interested in that stuff either way. So obviously we both were. We wouldn't want to look at it. So go ahead.
Wasn't there a story of, it was somewhere up in the upper Northeast, I think, where some guy was doing the whole Bigfoot thing, and he would dress up and make all the tracks, and like for decades.
Yeah, he did it
until he passed away, and then they discovered it. Is that?
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
That's crazy.
he was constantly going out in the woods and going in different places so that he could be seen. Just bits of him could be seen. He'd leave prints. He'd do this. He'd do that, and then he
Yeah.
died, and it stopped. And what's up, crazy?
And they found his outfits.
Yeah, yeah. That's how they found out he was doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they're real, folks, we're not supposed to see them. We never have. You know what I mean? We can't keep up with these things. People see these things, but then nobody's ever caught one. Nobody's ever been able to shoot one or stop one or trap one or whatever you want to do. So that's why I'm such a skeptic on it. Like, how? Explain to me how this thing exists and nobody has ever caught one or trapped it or shot it or any of that, but they've seen it. That's the skeptic side of me. Same thing with ghosts, you know? That's why I got into the ghost hunting thing, because nobody's ever been able to, like, I have to see something and it drives me nuts. If I don't see it, I don't believe it. I can't force myself to believe it. It's hard. But I will be honest with you. When we got into the ghost hunting stuff, I saw some things that freaked me the hell out that I could not explain, as did my wife. We spent the night in the Moundsville Reformatory. That weirded me out. In West Virginia, this West Virginia State Penitentiary, Waverly Hills, that was crazy. The Mansfield Reformatory, that was scary. And we've done places in Packer Music Hall, many other, we've done private homes, we've done many things. And there's things that I can explain things away with energy and stuff like that, you know, magnethermic energy and electronics shit, stuff like that. But there are some things that I have seen and heard that there's no true explanation for it. So I just say it is what it is and move on, because I cannot figure it out. That's all I'll say. She's different.
Did you see what Crazy put? He said, show the feet pics.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just show some feet pics. I want to see him. I want to see him. Hocking Hills. My son has spent some time up there, and that is, back in the day, that was the place to see and hear these things. Nelson's Ledges, which is right down the road from me. Again, another place that a lot of things have been seen. The Nelson's Ledges Quarry, which was an old quarry that filled with water. It's like a place to swim. We always used to go up there and party, is what it was. And lots of stuff around these areas, because it's all wooded and rural, and, you know, it's far from the city. But yeah, I'd be curious. They found the Nelson's. Did you ever hear that story about how many, when they dredged, they drained Nelson Ledges quarry, how many bodies they found?
Oh, I could imagine.
Oh my God, Kim, it was crazy.
Wow.
They pulled like 17 or 27 bodies out of there. And some of them, they said that they went back to like the 30s, 20s and 30s. Yeah. I think that was a place that the mob used to use. Truly.
It's not filled with water anymore?
It is. Yeah. They let it refill, but they had to clean it out because there were boats and like things down under there. People were getting stuck and cut up under. So they drained it, and then they pulled all the shit out of it, and then they let it fill back up. And then as they were doing it, they found all this stuff in there, like money, jewelry, dead bodies, lots of people. Some of the bodies they attributed to people jumping off. We called it the high cliff. People would get drunk, because that's where we partied, and they'd go up in the top of the woods. They'd climb up to the top, and then they jump off the cliff into the quarry. Well, guess what? The cliff was about 75 foot up. So that quarry wasn't that deep. So when they jumped in, they'd hit the bottom immediately, and it would break their neck or something, you know? So
that's insane.
It's crazy. It is crazy. So that's exactly partially what that was all about. There was a huge tornado last night in Ohio. Where, Mystic? Seriously?
We didn't even get a storm last night, I don't think.
It didn't even rain here last night.
The storm went more out. It came from Chicago's way, but it went out over the lake. It went north over the lake.
Yeah, I know Chicago got hit with some stuff, because I know Logan was worried a little bit about it last night, but
I know one hit over there somewhere, like Illinois or Indiana or something.
I've heard of that, crud dog. The Moonville
Might have been something way south. I don't know. I don't know what it did in southern Ohio. They get completely different weather than we do.
I know. It's crazy. So does like SRB. She's over like going towards like Indiana and stuff, and they get completely different weather sometimes too. It's weird. Or
Yeah.
Lima. She's near Lima, not North Lima, but Lima.
Mm.
Anyway, moving on. We're all over the place today. I guess it is whatever Wednesday, so we can do that.
It is. Whatever.
So did you want to keep going with this, or was there more, or are you?
I just wanted to point out that the firearm statement, like that's crazy. I mean, I don't think it's clearly just talking about hunters.
No, because
Just
they didn't even mention hunting. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, I notated this. Like, we need to look into this a little bit more. Why didn't they look into it more, though? That's my question, okay?
That's exactly.
You're literally, if you look, that apartment was the one, I think, right there. So right here, if you walk, what is it, 60 feet from that stoop down the hill to the house is right there. So why would you not? This is nuts. It makes no sense.
Yeah, I want to know who lives there.
Yeah, I agree. I fully agree. And why didn't he ask these people, or does he ask them about this neighbor?
Yeah, I think these two guys, are they the window cleaners, the ones that say, oh, we've been cleaning all day? And I don't think they've heard anything.
That I don't know. I never saw this, or no, I never saw this one. This is the one I didn't
I mean,
see.
I don't care. You can watch it.
I just want to see if he asked them about these people real quick, and then we can move on.
Yeah, sure.
Gotcha.
Did you want to step inside?
Oh, I'd love to. Yeah, thank you.
Sorry,
Yeah,
we're
so
like
just-
Yeah, I don't want to. You guys would be troubled by this at all.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, my name is Jason with Moscow Police, of course. We're, of course, investigating an incident that occurred down the street here.
Yeah.
Hello, Kitty. Very friendly, aren't you?
Yeah, she loves people.
Cool. Were you guys here all night?
Yeah, we were at a party last night
Yeah.
down there, and we turned our fan on because we didn't want to listen to it. There's always parties down there, and
Yeah.
We don't know if it was the exact building, but there's always,
Yeah, that's King and Queen. There's a lot of parties.
something out of the ordinary, but just loud music.
Sure. Do you guys recall what time you went to bed?
You went to bed around 9, and I went to bed around like 10:30.
Okay.
And then we woke up at 8 o'clock this morning.
I woke up around 6. I'm waiting for you to wake up, and I didn't do anything.
Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing startled you guys awake or.
No, we were cleaning all day, and then he got a message from his friend. She's a student, so she got like the alert.
Sure.
And then he.
Yeah, I was cleaning the windows, and I saw everyone outside like crying, and I was like, "What happened?" And I read the message. I was like, "Oh shit, I didn't hear anything about that."
Gotcha.
Yeah, just a bunch of the girls, sorority girls, I don't know, girls with the blankets just crying outside.
Right. Can you guys think of anybody in the area that might be like overly disgruntled at the amount of parties they have, or express that at all?
We don't really know a whole lot of people around here. We're not Moscow natives.
I know the girl upstairs was like screaming, crying, I guess when she got the news, so maybe she knew what happened.
Okay.
Yeah. The one right above.
Yeah, because she just let out like this blood-curdling shriek once I got the message that happened.
Do they have somebody that lives upstairs in those apartments that has been interviewed? Do you remember?
I did want to talk about this.
Okay.
Is that where Emily lives? No, she lives in the Whites. This is Queen Road.
Yes, they live in the Whites.
Okay, so yeah, then who lives up there? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Someone who must have
remember
known
anybody.
them. Yeah, someone who knew them closely and just got the news.
Yeah, somebody let out a blood-curdling scream over this. Has to be close.
What time do you think the vandal alert went out? Like around 1?
I think they said it was like 1:05.
Yeah.
Ava lives across the street, Roxy, over in the other direction from this.
So someone who lives on the
Ava Wood.
second floor.
Yeah, by the way, just so you don't think I'm ignoring you, I did hear about the Moonville tunnels, Crybaby Bridge, 5 Points, Hatchet's Hollow, all that stuff. I've been through it all out here, except for the Moonville thing. I never heard, but I've heard of it. So yeah, I wonder who lives I don't remember hearing any other interviews of any of the friends that they lived there. This could be people they never spoke to, too, or that we haven't received yet. You know what I mean? You would think they would want to talk to somebody that let out a blood-curdling scream to find out if they were close to them. That's just my opinion, but I've been to the Serpent Mounds too, Crud Dog. Just so you know, that's wild.
I mean,
Right
that
here.
sounds like a true, honest reaction, finding
Yeah.
out that a close friend
Yes.
has been murdered, as opposed to the people out front
Agreed.
just whimpering and,
Yeah, it seems like somebody that's way closer to the people that actually lived in the house with him. You know what I mean?
yeah. I was thinking about that, like, because Lana was playing Dylan's interview again, one of them, and I just kept thinking, like, how did they all come together? It was such a weird group. Like, the only two that made sense were Maddie and Kaylee. Like, how did they all come to live in that house together? None of them seemed to like they were friends really before. I think they all knew each other a little bit, or maybe had common people in common.
Well,
It's a weird group.
I think this is a good point to talk about too. I think, tell me if I'm right or wrong, Bethany was Maddie's little, right?
That's true.
Okay.
That I've heard, yeah.
So I'm guessing that some of them met through the sorority, in my opinion. I had heard that Maddie was Bethany's big, which is a sorority thing. Now, Xana, I heard, was in one of the sororities with one of the other girls, too. I don't know for sure.
I don't know which one she was in.
I don't either. I can't remember right now. So I would imagine they probably, Crud Dog, yeah. They probably met via like that. You know what I'm saying? That would make sense.
Yeah, but Xana lived in the Shark Tank the year before. Because I was thinking about that too. Like, I would not apartment hop unless because moving's a pain in the butt.
Gotta have a good reason. Yeah.
And so wait a minute. Was Xana a junior? So
Xana,
the year before she would have been a sophomore. Like, how are they moving? I know someone keeps saying that when you're in a sorority, you have to live in the sorority for like your first 2 years or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know, because I'm thinking you're a freshman in college, you rush the first part of the year.
Yeah.
So you're already in a dorm for the first year.
Right.
You don't move out of the dorm. And then your sophomore year, maybe they let you do that. But and look, I'm old, so the rules could have changed in 20 years or whatever. But when I went to school, you had to live on campus your first.
Yes.
I thought it was the first 2 years.
Well, when I didn't go to college, I just went to the college because that's where my friends were, and we partied at Ohio State in Columbus all the time. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't actually enrolled, but I could have been. But I didn't. And I think I remember, like, my friends, when they first went up there, they had to live, like you said, on campus for at least 1 or 2 years. They couldn't live off campus as new students. Yeah. They weren't supposed. They either had to live in the dorms.
Yeah.
If they were in a fraternity or sorority, they had to live there or whatever that was. But it had to be on campus. You couldn't, like, live out in the city and go to the school. That's my understanding then. Yeah. That was in 90, 92, 93, 94.
Oh, yeah, around my time. That's when I graduated.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, every state's different. Every university is probably different, but I would say it's probably safe to say definitely your first year you have to live on campus. Probably both, your first 2 years before you can even. So you already have Bethany and Dylan, who are sophomores, living in a house.
Yes.
Xana lived in a house her sophomore year. And it wasn't a sorority. The Shark Tank was not like, that's not a sorority house.
That's off campus housing because this is not on campus, right?
Yes. So how are they all getting to do this?
No, is it because they were in the sorority? No, that would make it worse. But there again, they all left the sorority. Maybe that's what happened, Kim, was the Shark Tank considered sorority housing? Or was
I
it
mean,
just
it would just be a normal house, but maybe just everybody from the same sorority rented it.
so I wonder if when they left the sorority, they all moved into different places. But Maddie was the only one that was there the year before, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So she could bring in Kaylee and she could bring in Bethany.
Right. But here's the thing, though, that this is where I get lost, too, because Maddie was Hannah Cleary's old roommate. Where did they live together? That I could never figure out.
And Maddie was a junior. Maddie wasn't a senior yet, was she?
No, not that I knew of. I'm pretty sure she was a junior.
She lived off campus her sophomore year.
That's what I mean. That's why this is so weird.
I don't know. I guess that's a quick Google search. And someone did say maybe it changed because of COVID, like being more flexible or something. But yeah, maybe.
That could be.
But you have to understand, and you guys know the university wants their money. The university wants their money, and they know those kids are getting loans from the government, and they don't just want their tuition money, they want housing money. And so that's why they make you live there for a year or two.
Right.
Dylan and Bethany lived in sorority house freshman year. How do you do that? How do you do that halfway through your freshman year? I don't understand.
No idea.
Because you're not in the sorority until at least probably like October. I don't know how long. I don't know how long rush is.
See, these little questions are interesting because these could play into things that could make things make sense,
Yeah, looking for connections,
Exactly.
Maddie, Pi Beta Phi, Bethany, Xana. Oh, okay.
So they were all in the same sorority.
Xana and Dylan.
That's right. Kaylee was in a different one. That's right. I do remember that now.
She was the only one in a different one. Okay. All right. That explains. And then so Kaylee gets brought in because she's Maddie's best friend. Okay. Well, that makes sense.
Kaylee was the last one to come in, wasn't she?
I don't know.
I think she was the last one to move into the house, physically move in.
I didn't know they were all in the same sorority. If they were all in the same sorority, then why would... Oh, because Maddie wasn't in it anymore. Okay.
I'd still like to know the true reason why they all left. No, see, they were all in the same sorority except for one of them.
But if Kaylee's not if Kaylee and Dylan are in the same sorority and Kaylee's not in that sorority anymore, why would Dylan want to bring her as a +1?
That's why I questioned that whole thing.
Because they're not even in the same sorority.
Which tells, I don't think you could if she was no longer in the sorority. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which tells me they weren't going to go to the damn thing to begin with, which is why I believe she was lured there for a different reason.
Oh, right. And they didn't go, did they?
No, that's why it never made any sense to me.
They had their own little shindig at their
house.
Okay. Oh, I started to write down a question and I forgot to write down the whole thing. Well, Kaylee was never Pi Beta. What?
That's what I was just getting ready to question. What do you mean?
They said Alpha Phi.
Or yeah, Alpha Phi was Kaylee. That's right. Yeah.
They both are or were CIs. I know what I was wondering. I wonder the timeline of the drug, but I don't know if it was drug busts, but those sororities got in trouble, like big trouble, like the national organization got
it was at a national level.
Like ultimately that had to have involved individuals. Who were the individuals in that sorority that it involved?
I agree.
Mm-hmm. That could have turned the CIs. If they got busted running something through that house.
Okay, hold on.
And what did we say? What was Maddie's sorority?
I'm
scrolling back through chat to look.
Was it Pi Beta? No, or Beta. Shit.
I'm looking.
I get them confused all the time.
Pi Beta Phi.
Pi Beta Phi, that's it. They were all Pi Beta except for Kaylee, who was the other one. Yeah, Alpha Phi, that's it. You could invite anyone. No, okay. So, moving forward, are we done with this video?
Yeah, you are. Yep.
Okay. So yeah, I do wonder, and I do want to know the actual real deal reason why they left the sorority. There's got to be some way to find that out. What happened, and why did they all leave? You know what I mean? Except for Dylan and Bethany.
Well, we've got the information that the whole COVID thing, but where did that come from?
I don't even remember.
Like someone found that out, I feel. But I don't know who. Maybe those
I don't.
Found out. Yeah, I agree, Moonflower. Either they found out or were involved or got kicked out or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it makes you wonder if it had anything to do with what happened. You know what I mean? I mean, it's definitely something I've wondered for a long time.
Oh, it was in the book. See, I need an interview. I need to hear it from somebody. Like, I'm not going to believe it from,
of course,
a book or something like that. I got to go check this food before it burns.
Okay. Well, since we've been talking a little bit about the informant thing, I'm going to throw this up here because this was just sent to me. Let's see what we got here, and we'll review this real quick. This is in relation to the informant situation per se. Called Confidential, guys. Let's check it out. And again, it's another one of those interesting videos from Idaho 4 Revealed.
Confidential informants, we often think of mobsters wearing a wire to turn in their bosses.
All right, but in reality, as 60 Minutes investigates, they include young college students that were busted for selling small amounts of drugs. And in some cases, there are tragic consequences. Here's a part of the investigation that aired last night.
2 felonies.
This young man, Andrew Sadek, was caught on tape by another confidential informant making 2 sales for a total of $80. Weber has called Sadek in before charging him to present a choice. Agree to work as a CI, wear a wire, and make undercover drug buys from 3.
And there it is, folks. This is Idaho in itself. Moscow right here.
People twice each, or be charged with 2 Class A felonies.
Potentially, the max is 40 years in prison, $40,000 fine. You understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. Obviously, you're probably not going to get 40 years, but is there a good possibility that you're going to get some prison time? If you don't help yourself out, yeah, there is. Okay. That's probably not a way to start off your young adult life and career, right?
Sadek took the deal. Weber told us most students do. Part of the agreement he signed, keep the whole thing strictly to himself.
You can't tell anybody you're working for me, for obvious reasons.
An award-winning student of electrical technology, Andrew Sadek did as he was told. Never told any of his close friends about being an informant, never called a lawyer, and didn't breathe a word to his parents, Tammy and John Sadek.
Why do the Goncalveses champion individuals in this story who could actually be guilty for Kaylee's horrific murder? Another question that you should have is, why do the Goncalves parents need sources to facilitate the goings-on of those living in the city of Moscow? Here, check this out.
He was here. He stayed a couple of days with us.
He helped us find a lot of evidence that helped us understand exactly when
he knew people, and he identified people in the food truck video. He's like, I know who that is. That's that. That's this.
This is this roommate. This is that roommate. Mm-hmm. We really lost our 2 sources of what was going on in that.
He was here. He stayed a couple of days with us.
He helped us find a lot of evidence that helped us understand exactly when
he knew people, and he identified people in the food truck video. He's like, I know who that is. That's that. That's this.
This is this roommate. This is that roommate. Mm-hmm. We really lost our 2 sources of what was going on in that.
The family still waiting on a full digital copy of Kaylee's phone from authorities.
These are the last moments of your child's life, and you're sitting here fighting with somebody who just doesn't care.
They were able to collect some of Kaylee's belongings from the university over the summer, which raised concerns for them about how well possible evidence was processed, including a trash can from Kaylee's room that was full and appeared untouched.
We opened it. It was a little squeezy applesauce thing that you would give to like a toddler. Yeah. It did not appear to have been gone through.
Not yet, Tomboy. I'll get to that after this.
There was something that you mentioned, I think a couple of days ago in an interview that sort of stood out to me. And that was that I think you had a chance to speak with the coroner and got a detail about one of the injuries that your daughter suffered at the hands of this killer. I think it was a punch to the face. Can you tell me what it is that you learned?
I don't go into all the details on it because I want the court to bring it out. I want them to do it. But yes, I feel 2.5 years. The defense has a strategy to have everybody forget. And I'm here to make sure they don't forget. So.
Also, you already told her about noise?
Yep, already told her about noise.
Well, I'm not going to warn you guys for noise because you don't live here.
Yeah.
But I would probably strongly suggest that anyone else that's left here, if they don't live here, y'all should probably leave together.
I'll let them know.
Cool.
Thank you, guys.
Because if not, I'm going to come back. And I don't think you want to. You don't. I'm not saying you are.
We were just.
They were here. They went to a party. This would not be the first party I've ever gone to where the people who live here leave and just let people stay. Why they do that, I don't know. That to me, that would be stupid. I'm not going to let people stay where I live, and it's responsible for. Oh, I know. Trust me. Like I said, I've done this for 22 years, man. I get it.
Guess, yeah. But yeah, we'll go let them know, and then make sure.
And just let them know I'm not going to stand out here and wait for them to come out, try and give them MIPs or anything like that. But in the same term, tell them not to leave with alcohol.
Yeah.
Because that's the first way you're going to get us to contact you.
Yeah.
Don't do stupid shit, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure it's not the first time you've heard somebody say, don't do stupid shit and the cops won't touch you.
Yep.
Be smart. Don't be stupid. Don't draw attention to yourself. Right?
Yep.
Cool.
All right. Well,
Could drugs be involved in all of this?
I have not heard that there's any suspicion that drugs played a role in the killings.
So not like a drug deal gone bad or something like that?
I am not aware of anything like that, no.
The Moscow City Police Department posted this message to their Facebook page on November 30th, 2022. Quote, regarding the interview with Latah County Prosecutor Bill Thompson, we feel his responses were messaged to support the implication that new information had been released, specifically generalized statements regarding the potential of targeted victims and the involvement of drugs were redefined into an affirmative answer. End quote. An affirmative answer is a response that indicates agreement, confirmation, or says yes to a question. We're trying to figure this out. If Kaylee was truly a confidential informant, since everyone is under the impression that a policeman, exiled due to an early onset of dementia, dribbling something undecipherable within eyeshot of an officer's body cam, for all we know, perhaps Captain Lanier was muttering to himself that he thought he had left the house without turning off the stove. Hell, we thought up until now that Kaylee was being used by her father. But by the sound of things, what if Kaylee was collecting information for her private investigator father, who was trying to build a case against a network of criminal actors in the city of Moscow, including some of the officers working for the city police department? Then would make perfect sense that the thing that was confirmed on November 13th, when Madison Mogan, in a drunken stupor, shared this very secret with some of the members of the Corner Club, which included a chief-looking dude with his thumbs in his pockets. It would explain why Kaylee was tortured much more than the others. It would explain why Stephen Gonsalves remained in Rathdrum, while the other families drove to Moscow. It would explain why Steve would keep the truth under wraps and cooperate with police, while cheering on the crucifixion of the right guy, while half-heartedly forgetting about his daughter. But why would Madison have to have anything to do with any of this? Why would Christy and Steve lie to Maddie's parents?
Can you pause it there for a second? Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
I missed some. I mean, I heard it, but I couldn't keep it all. Did he say Lanier had early onset dementia?
Yeah, he kind of referenced that.
But he said that's why he left the force.
He said, well, I think he's not making it like saying it's a fact. It's kind of like an assumption is that maybe he was pushed out because of that, possibly. Thank you,
Okay.
SRT. Which I never thought of that before. It could be. You never know.
Yeah. That's
maybe
weird.
they looked into him. You know what I mean?
And then, and I agree. Someone in the chat said that Lane, I do too. I think Lanier looked really worried or
he did when he was in the kitchen talking to Corbin Smith too. He just had this look on his face the whole time, like something was wrong.
He looked to me like, oh my God, what we feared would happen happened. That's what that's the gut.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Feeling I got. Like, this is bad, like really bad. Not just, oh, we had 4, a quadruple homicide bad, but more than that.
Lucy just said, I'm saying that he was forced out because he walked in the perp's footprint. That's a good point, Lucy. I mean, just saying. Probably.
Well, yeah, and talking about that, because I was back watching those body cam footage when I think it was Warner is in the kitchen, and then they're switching off and on, and the one guy comes in the back and is like, we're not supposed to be walking through the snow. Don't be walking through the prints. They told us not, and he's like, well, we already did. Like, and then they're all confused about it, and then he's like, oh, now I'm gonna walk on the other side, and I'm like, oh my, like they shouldn't have even been in there.
Yeah, exactly. I do fully agree. And how dumb are these guys? Honest to God, how dumb is that? It's a crime scene.
Yeah.
You should be tiptoeing, if anything, around everything. You know what I mean?
And then when they were talking about the secret at the corner club, did this video say what he thought the secret was? That Kaylee would have, or Maddie would have told.
I think what he's referencing is the whole, Maddie, what did you say to Adam?
Right.
And then I told him everything.
And then he just said something about the kid. Why would the parents use the kids? I know that was earlier. Why would the parents use the kids to know what was going on inside the house or something like that? Who's someone knowing?
Right.
Is that what he would
say?
I
can go back and play it again if you want me to.
Well,
we're not that far into it, honestly.
But just like a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. Did you hear the thing about Bill Thompson denying the possibility of drugs? And then they turn around and show this. And it says that he gave an affirmative answer to that. Meaning the opposite of what he said.
Okay, I saw the video with him and Enton, and at the end he kind of went like gave him like this nod.
Right.
And then what is this?
Regarding the interview with Latah County prosecutor, we feel his responses were messaged to support the implication that new information had been released, specifically generalized statements regarding the potential of targeted victims and the involvement of drugs were redefined into an affirmative answer. Basically, he changed his story.
The interview, we feel his responses.
Like right here, watch it from here and then read that right here.
Could drugs be involved in all of this?
I have not heard that there's any suspicion that drugs played a role in the killings.
So not like a drug deal gone bad or something like that?
I am not aware of anything like that, no.
The Moscow City Police Department posted this message to their Facebook page on November 30th, 2022. Quote, regarding the interview with Latah County Prosecutor Bill Thompson, we feel his responses were messaged to support the implication that new information had been released. Specifically, generalized statements regarding the potential of targeted victims and the involvement of drugs were redefined into an affirmative answer. End quote.
Well, isn't that interesting?
It is. I didn't get that from what he said to Enton, though. There must have been some other.
He said the opposite to Enton, basically saying he's never heard there was drugs involved. Now, all of a sudden, now we have this.
That's so weird.
Mm-hmm.
Because then it goes on to say at the bottom there, at this time, there is no change or no new information in the case.
Right, and this is November 30th of 22.
Wow.
So they're affirming that there were drugs involved. He's affirming. This is nuts, folks. Like, what the hell?
That seems like intentional confusion to me.
100%.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, CAO, good to see you.
I'm sorry I keep doing this. I gotta open the garage door for Carlos. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're okay. Take your time. I'm not going nowhere. Yeah, it's true too, Twiz. A retired FBI agent was very explicit with Steve G is not acting normal. The agent worked hundreds of homicides, kidnapping cases. He knows all the reaction variants and he's positive Steve is involved. Where'd you get that at again, Witchy? They found drugs, but I don't think it was a motivating factor, is how I understand. Oh, I got you. This is interesting. I always like everything I revealed puts out because it's very like mind. It makes you think. But this is a good one. They got stabbed. 20 pounds of cocaine's missing, but it wasn't involved in the murders. Right. I mean, the two have to go together if it were to. You know what I mean? So yeah, I get it. Guys, I'm gonna give you a few minutes of dead air because I have to use the little boys' room. Kim's not here, so my apologies, but just bear with me. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, everybody. Sorry about that. This is quite interesting. Let's see. I guess I should hold off so that I don't have to back up again. That way she doesn't miss anything. Definitely interesting. What's up, 1-1? Okay, you're back. Welcome back.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Hi, Stitches. All right, guys, on we go with this.
An affirmative answer is a response that indicates agreement, confirmation, or says yes to a question. We're trying to figure this out. If Kaylee was truly a confidential informant, since everyone is under the impression that a policeman, exiled due to an early onset of dementia, dribbling something undecipherable within eyeshot of an officer's body cam, for all we know, perhaps Captain Lanier was muttering to himself that he thought he had left the house without turning off the stove. Hell, we thought up until now that Kaylee was being used by her father. But by the sound of things, what if Kaylee was collecting information for her private investigator father, who was trying to build a case against a network of criminal actors in the city of Moscow, including some of the officers working for the city police department? Then it would make perfect sense that the thing that was confirmed on November 13th, when Madison Mogan, in a drunken stupor, shared this very secret with some of the members of the Corner Club, which included a chief-looking dude with his thumbs in his pockets. It would explain why Kaylee was tortured much more than the others. It would explain why Stephen Gonsalves remained in Rathdrum, while the other families drove to Moscow. It would explain why Steve would keep the truth under wraps and cooperate with police, while cheering on the crucifixion of the right guy, while half-heartedly forgetting about his daughter. But why would Madison have to have anything to do with any of this? Why would Christy and Steve lie to Maddie's parents?
Why did Christy and Steve withhold knowledge about Maddie from Maddie's mom? I didn't know that happened. That's interesting.
What was the information withheld?
I have no idea unless they're about to tell us.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, oh, right.
That could be. I'm just guessing. I don't know where that is a good question. Twiz, that document said, hold on. Where are we at? 10:16. I'll come back, guys, in just 1 second. City of Moscow Police. There was a post that they had posted on their website, I'm guessing, Twiz.
Yeah, it's a post.
Mm-hmm.
Was it like on there? Didn't they have a Facebook page or something where they posted stuff? Or I don't know.
I think they had a Facebook page, but they also had their Moscow PD like website too. It looks like that's where that's from. Twiz, like it's their actual website. That's wild.
I just did a quick Google search. This is just the AI response. But Alpha Phi and Pi Beta Phi, both sororities of the girls in that house,
yeah,
were on probation during that time, like 2022.
Right.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
And I thought I knew one of them. I didn't know it was both of them.
They were both on probation, huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That would explain
so
possibly. And like Twiz just said, that posting, he's right. Literally said there was drugs involved. I mean, we read it twice. That's exactly what it says, that there was drugs involved. An affirmed answer that there were drugs involved, and they explained what the affirmed means. That's a yes to that question.
I think I read it differently.
Here, watch. Let me read it again.
It is
regarding the interview that was had with Latah County Prosecutor Bill Thompson. We feel that his responses were messaged to support the implication that new information has been released, specifically generalized statements regarding the potential of targeted victims and the involvement of drugs were redefined into an affirmative answer.
When it says his response supported what? The second line.
Supported the implication that new information had been released, period. Specifically, generalized statements regarding the potential of targeted, meaning victims that were targeted, and involvement of drugs. And it was redefined, meaning he changed his answer into an affirmative answer, which means, yes, there were drugs involved. Clearly.
Wow. And they just couldn't come out and say his answer was wrong and yes, there are drugs involved. They had to make it totally convoluted so nobody will know what they're really saying.
Which is what they absolutely fucking always do, Kim.
Wow.
That right there, Twiz was right. It took me 3 times to read it to go, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, they walked that all the way around the bush, beat it with a stick, and then said, yeah, there was drugs involved. This is nuts. Yeah, Twiz, it's November 30th at 22.
Wow.
Not too far afterwards.
November 30th, 22. November 30th, 22.
Fucking wow.
That's crazy.
This is the first time I've ever seen this. Thank you, Idaho 4 Revealed.
Awesome.
So they absolutely knew, Thompson knew, that there was drugs involved and that there was new information had been released on November 30th of 2022, 2 weeks after the murders. Well, yeah, roughly 2 weeks, right?
Let's read the top part of it. Can I? The top
Of course. It says, Moscow, Idaho, the Moscow Police Department is providing the following information to update. Well, this is even better. It's an update, okay, to update the public on the known facts surrounding the 4 murders that occurred on November 13th in Moscow, Idaho. Updated information is what this says right here. Can I blow this up any bigger? Hold on. See, did it work? No. I hate this thing. Maybe a little bit bigger. Updated information says there have been media questions about a September 12th, 22 incident regarding an argument between a group of people walking on the University of Idaho bike path and cyclists. It was reported that during the confrontation, the cyclist displayed a folding knife. Both parties dispersed and there were no injuries. The cyclist turned himself into the police. The case was investigated and misdemeanor charges were referred to the Moscow City Attorney's Office. There is no connection with the individual involved in this incident and current murder investigations. The next piece.
Not related.
That's not, but this is. These are all different pieces of information. So yeah, that's huge, folks. This is huge. I'm sorry, but it's huge.
New information had.
Wow. They thought they were going to get around that. Nobody was going to say anything, I guess.
Okay, read Lucy's comment because that's what I was thinking at first. But it's so confusing.
I think that Ellie is correcting people that were saying that Thompson answered affirming drugs being involved. They're saying that is not true. Yeah, but listen, it's very clear what he says. Hold on.
He said, no, they're not.
Yeah, there's no way that could mean that. No offense to you, Lucy, but listen to him.
That I am not aware of anything like that. No.
Yeah, we'll go let him know. No, exactly. To yourself.
In all of this,
I have not heard.
All right, well,
could drugs be involved in all?
So Brian says, could drugs be involved?
all of this?
I have not heard that there's any suspicion that drugs played a role in the killings.
No, he's not saying anything that even remotely sounds like yes. He's saying the exact opposite. I've not heard that drugs played a role in the killings whatsoever. And this is the interview because that statement came after the interview.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the interview came before the statement. I remember this interview. He said no, and MPD says yeah, that it was reaffirmed. That's the way it was listed in the statement. It says that it was, I'm sorry, redefined. I'll read it one more time. So we just heard Bill Thompson say no to Brian and the drugs. He's not heard anything stating that drugs were involved. Okay. Then this states regarding the interview with Latah County Prosecutor Bill Thompson, which is what we just saw. We feel that his responses were messaged to support the implication that new information had been released, period. Specifically, generalized statements regarding the potential of targeted victims and the involvement of drugs were redefined into an affirmative answer, meaning yes. I hate their fucking word games. I hate them. I mean,
So I understand what I think what Lucy's saying, because this is what I thought. I thought they were addressing like what people were saying out in the public, online, or whatever, and they're like trying to clarify that. However, the way I'm seeing it now, it says we felt his response was messaged. It's not addressing the public. It's addressing his interview and what he said.
And it says to support the implication.
We feel his
generalized
responses
were
messaged to support. So are they saying?
My thing here is this word redefined into an affirmative answer, meaning that it was a negative response first. They redefined it into an affirmative answer now.
But
That's
I think
how I take it.
Public did it. I don't know.
Well,
they could have made it clearer.
No, they couldn't, because then we might understand it, Kim. Damn, I hate when they do this. This drives me nuts. Every bit of what they've done in documentation, the way the verbiage is, the wording, all of it, it's a joke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but anything in that interview, Lucy, it's how could anybody? You'd have to be kind of stupid to hear anything other than him say no, there was no drugs involved. What did you get out of him in that interview, Kim?
He said no.
Period. There's no. I mean, unless you are not from this country, you don't understand English. It doesn't make any. It would make no sense to me how anybody else would understand it. You don't. Any other way. Maybe that's true too. Twiz just said MPD is saying that drugs are involved and Thompson is trying to distance it. That does make sense.
Yeah.
This is what they've done the whole time. Word salad. The whole time. That way we get confused and our brains turn into scrambled eggs and we don't get it. Excuse me. Sorry. Every time.
Puzzles.
All right, let's move past. Let's see what's next coming after this, of course.
We feel
I have to go give my family dinner, but I will be back.
Okie doke.
I'm sorry about that.
Don't apologize.
It's always dinner time. I'll be back, guys. Sorry.
No problem.
his responses were messaged to support the implication that new information had been released. Specifically, generalized statements regarding the potential of targeted victims and the involvement of drugs were redefined into an affirmative answer. End quote. An affirmative answer.
It doesn't make sense, Lucy. I know. I'm trying to. I hate this case. Understand that, folks. I hate this case with everything in me. I said it before you said it, Lucy. I hate it.
Is a response that indicates agreement, confirmation, or says yes to a question. We're trying to figure this out. If Kaylee was truly a confidential informant, since everyone is under the impression that a policeman, exiled due to an early onset of dementia, dribbling something.
And understand the way he just says this, since everyone is under the impression, meaning people think that's why Lanier left, not because it's not a fact. It's just that people believe and think that that could be why he retired earlier, whatever it was. Okay. Because he had something going on, maybe that way. That's what he's implying. He's not saying it's a fact. I do too. I hate it with everything in me. I hate it.
Undecipherable within eyeshot of an officer's body cam. For all we know, perhaps Captain Lanier was muttering to himself that he thought he had left the house without turning off the stove. Hell, we thought up until now that Kaylee was being used by her father. But by the sound of things, what if Kaylee was collecting information for her private investigator father, who was trying to build a case against a network of criminal actors in the city of Moscow, including some of the officers working for the city police department? Then would make perfect sense that the thing that was confirmed on November 13th, when Madison Mogan, in a drunken stupor, shared this very secret with some of the members of the Corner Club, which included a chief-looking dude with his thumbs in his pockets. It would explain why Kaylee was tortured.
Mind you, this is not Chief Fry. This was the owner of the club. A lot of people were confused about that for a long time, but that's not Chief Fry. This guy is the owner of this club.
Much more than the others. It would explain why Stephen Gonsalves remained in Rathdrum, while the other families drove to Moscow. It would explain why Steve would keep the truth under wraps and cooperate with police, while cheering on the crucifixion of the right guy, while half-heartedly forgetting about his daughter. But why would Madison have to have anything to do with any of this? Why would Christy and Steve lie to Maddie's parents?
See, this is new to me too. Why did Christy and Steve withhold knowledge about Maddie from Maddie's mom? I've never heard this.
My phone rings, and it's Maddie's boyfriend, Jake. And my heart kind of stopped for a second. And he said, Karen, do you know what's going on in Moscow right now? And I was like, no, I have no idea. So he said, there's been a homicide at Maddie's house. We think Xana's dead. And my heart just sank. Like, I called Maddie and Kaylee, and there was no answer. So I called the Moscow Police Department, and they were like, well, we can't really tell you anything. And Scott kind of downplayed it. He's like, yeah, no, it's probably something so like blown out of proportion kind of thing.
I go, well, I'll just go down and have lunch with her. We'll go and pick her up and we'll see what's going on.
Was Eric Gower undercover Control. That's a good question. I don't know. We don't know a lot of anything. Anything's possible in this case. I've told you guys that 1,000 times because anything is, truly, honestly, anything is possible at this point, honestly, in my mind. So, short there of aliens landing in a bandfield and walking into the house, anything else, in my opinion, is possible for sure.
We got in the car, we got gas, and we headed down to Moscow.
Her dad called her and her brother already said he was being questioned, and so he just wanted to know like more information on it, if you can tell family.
Not at this time. Sorry, guys. I'm back off mic.
Wait, what? Hold on a minute. Let me hear that again. Sorry, I didn't go back far enough. My apologies.
And so he just wanted to know like more. Her dad called her and. Her dad called her and her brother already said he was being questioned, and so he just wanted to know like more information on it, if you can tell family.
Not at this time. Sorry, guys. I'm back off mic.
Found out my daughter was passed away 5 hours before the officers contacted me.
What did they know? If Steve and Christy found out that Kaylee had passed away 5 hours before the officers told them, then around 12:30, Steve and Christy heard that Kaylee and Madison had been murdered almost 1/2 of an hour after Bethany called the police. Jack DeCur first arrives at approximately 12:09 p.m. So, how did Christy and Steve find out that Kaylee was no longer alive? They also knew about Maddie way before the vandal alert had gone out. Why didn't they tell the Laramies that Kaylee and Maddie were no longer alive while they were talking to Madison's mother? We are not condemning, but rather we are looking for behavioral motivation and discerning the story that it tells.
And Karen and Scotty, Maddie's mom and dad, they were all the way down there. So we were talking with them, and, you know, are you guys there yet? Da da da. And they were like, no. Have you guys heard anything?
Karen was, she had just seen that there was an unconscious person on the news and at the kids' house. And so she was like, I'm going down to get the girls. And they're not answering their phones. She just figured they were caught up in whatever was going on. That's why they weren't answering. So they just headed down. And And when I talked to her, she was 25 minutes out from Moscow. She's like, I'm getting ready to pick up the girls. And I did not have the heart to say, well, I was telling her, we've been told that it's Kaylee and that she was shot.
At 12:30, Steve and Christy Gonsalves already know about Kaylee and Madison. While they're talking with Karen, Madison's mother, they ask her if they're in Moscow yet. Karen answers, "No. Have you guys heard anything?" Karen had seen that there was an unconscious person at the house on the news, so she was going to go get the girls. Karen and Scott were still 25 minutes away from Moscow. Christy doesn't have the heart to tell her that Maddie's dead also, so she offers up news about Kaylee being shot. When you consider the amount of effort that Steve and Christy put into obtaining information about that which was happening down in Moscow, using different people to do what they could have done on their own, but chose not to for some curious reason, you'd think that they would offer this same favor by telling Karen the truth, especially after being asked if they knew anything. This is how it seems, based on the information that has been offered to the public. Fear keeps Steve and Christy from traveling to Moscow. Guilt keeps them from confiding in Karen that Madison was killed. There is something with greater weight than the tragedy they have suffered with Kaylee. There is something equal to or greater than. Their daughter having been killed is a big deal, but for them, there is something equal to or greater than that.
How could it not be a planned thing? You know, how could it not have been targeted? For all four of them.
Do you know?
I think it's closer than that. I think it's deeper than that. I think I think they have.
This is Kara that we're hearing. Kara, Xana's mother. We hear her talking, for those of you that didn't know that.
Information that they're not giving us, and it's real fishy. That's what I will say.
When you say you think it goes deeper than that, what do you mean?
I mean, I think it was somebody closer than a stalker. And I don't know who. I'm not gonna specify anything like that. I'm just going to say I think that it was somebody, you know, and I think possibly they may have trusted. That's the only thing I can think of, because
She said the same thing when we had spoken to her as well. And then when it was in her report, Kara, again, Xana's mother, made a statement. As she's reading through it, I read through it. She said, "It better not have been," and then they redacted that part. Okay. And then we hear her say this. And she made that statement before as well when we had spoken to her a couple years ago. So, I don't know. Just to give you guys a little insight into this.
how could something like this happen? So quickly, so quietly, so without any answer, unless it was somebody super close to them. You know what I mean?
Do you think someone?
And don't forget, that's Kara again. How does something like this happen so quickly and so quietly? Unless it's something or somebody super close to them. And if you remember, Christy said she believed that this was somebody Kaylee knew, that she was close to. Super close. Super close, yes.
Do you think the person who did this had been in that house before?
I think they knew them. I think they may have even been friends with them. I think it had to have been somebody close to them.
I think they knew them. I think they may have even been friends with them. It was somebody super close to them.
To have been able to get away with it like this, just without, you know, it just doesn't make sense. None of this makes any sense. It had to have been somebody they trusted that was, you know what I mean? I mean, somebody who knew the health well.
So Turkey Creek makes a Turkey Creek, I'm sorry. With her saying I'm not going to specify who, then, in my opinion, I think she knows. She thinks she knows. I feel like I agree with this, okay? Because again, at least maybe she thinks she has an idea. I've always thought that. Yeah, I hope Kara is still doing well. She was doing amazing. I was very proud of her for what she accomplished, considering what she was going through. So therefore, again, keep all these things in mind, folks. It's kind of important, I think.
Somebody who knew them well.
Kara, I cannot tell you how.
People so quickly without a trace thought.
Exactly.
The prosecutor side. So you think we're in a good shape, good space in Idaho?
As good as we can be.
Yeah.
We're doing things the right way. The partnerships, as I was talking about before, between the federal, state, and local on the drug side are very effective. And, one of the things I'm really proud about is we're innovative.
Yeah.
This is the Department of Justice being innovative, which sounds like an oxymoron, but, we went to the governor and we said, we have these state and local sponsored prosecutors in Boise and in Pocatello. We need one in Coeur d'Alene because that's where we're seeing a lot of fentanyl. And we figured out a way to do it with some federal funds and matching funds from the state and local buy-in to have essentially a new specialized prosecutor up in Coeur d'Alene.
That's awesome.
To attack the drug problem.
Let's talk about fentanyl. So just a little background.
And that'll do it for that, you guys. That's very interesting. I like the way they put that together a lot. Huh. Quite interesting. I'll say that. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. But I think we've rolled over the time. We're like almost 3.5 hours in, so it's probably going to do it for today. That was a good conversation. Sorry about the Bigfoot thing, but that just like completely drew us sideways. It was interesting, but I hate it too, Lucy. I truly, honestly, with all my heart, I hate it. I know, right turn. I'm gonna see if I can do something about that. By the way. Twitch says, Lucy, are you ready? What are you asking her if she's ready for, buddy? Thank you, Ro. Very interesting conversation for sure. Couple little things there. Good to see you, buddy bear. Uh-oh. You're going on a mission. You better just listen. Well, thank you, Kim, for joining us today. I'm sure you can't hear me right now, but of course, Leah, I get it. Of course. Oh, of course she would. Yeah, always. Considering. Yeah, I agree with that too. All right, guys, good conversation today. We will, of course, I'll be back tonight over there at Devil's Advocates with Crimes After Dark, 1-1 Robin, Lee, and Miss Logan from Bronx Tales True Crime. I can't wait for that, as always. If you guys have anything you put together in your mind you want to talk about, write it down, bring it here. We will talk, because I love to talk. I want to thank my moderators, as always. You guys are amazing. Thank you to my producer, Mike. Molly, my videographer. Again, thank you, Kim, from Typically Unique, for joining me. Again, guys, you guys are amazing. Don't forget, folks, to love yourselves, love each other, and please don't change a thing. You guys truly are the beautiful people, and I will see you very soon. I should let you listen to one of my new favorite songs on the way out. Yeah, I will. For those of you that didn't get to hear it, see. Is this the one? Or is this the one?
MPD in his jacket. Dirty daddy. Yeah, you know.
There we go.
You know what I mean. Smile so clean. Dirty, dirty, dirty. Hands so filthy, unseen. Big man on campus. Shark in the Letterman jacket. Laugh while the whole town drowns. He just skims off the habit. Lives in the shadows. Fake sugar on his teeth. Tells tales at the cookout. Nobody buys what he speaks. Dirty daddy green. Pocket fat from grief. Plays a Saint on Sunday. Wears the mask all week. Got the suits on the string. All the badges on a leash. Blink, once you miss it, he'll drag you to the brink. Dirty daddy green. Proud of what he steals. Smiles in your face. Signs, crooked deals. Every hallway, every street. They're all in his pockets. Kissing his feet. He got MPD in his jacket. ISP on the chain. Every handshake, every favor. Bought and paid in your pain. Battlefielder at the banquet. Posing like he runs the place. But the rock drips through when you look him in the face. Oh! Dirty daddy green. Pockets fat from grief. Plays the Saint on Sunday. Wears the mask all week. Got the suits on a string. All the badges on a leash. Blink, watch you miss it. He'll drag you to the brink. Dirty daddy green. Proud of what he steals. Smiles in your face. Signs, crooked deals. Every hallway, every street. They're all in his pockets. Kissing his feet. Watch him. Don't even blink. He'll have your world gone faster than you think. He laughs while you sink. Says it's all just business. As he pushes you to the brink. Dirty, 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 daddy. Dirty daddy. Dirty daddy. Pockets, 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 pockets. Dirty daddy. Dirty daddy. Pockets fat from grief. Plays a Saint on Sunday. Wears the mask all week. Got the suits on a string. All the badges on a leash. Blink, once you miss it, he'll drag you to the brink. Dirty daddy. Proud of what he steals. Smiles in your face. Signs, crooked deals. Every hallway, every street. They're all in his pockets. Kissing his feet. Dirty daddy green. Dirty daddy green. I'm a Ashley. Little black book in her hand. Plain dress, cold eyes, got a whole town under her command. Crooked smile. She can twist any truth in the room. Writes rumors in cursive, lets them grow like mold in a tomb. Every handshake has a hidden price. Every whisper cuts you like I'm in Ashley, lying awake through life, casting spells every day, every night. So corrupted, all the darkness inside, casting spells, diminishing the light. I'm in Ashley, dum dum diddy dum dum dee dum. Hey, 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 I'm a switch, so ugly inside. Look what you become. Such injustice, truth is so far out of sight, out of sight. I'm in Ashley, brewing spells of darkness and spite. She'll bless you, then bury your name in the dirt. Fake prayers, blank stare, and a grin when you're hurt. Tied tongues, cause they're scared of a touch. She just laughs in the shadows like I never did much. Every promise comes with poison threads. Every compliment lives under your bed. I'm in Ashley, lying awake through life, casting spells every day, every night. So corrupted, all the darkness inside, casting spells, diminishing the light. I'm in Ashley, dum dum diddy dum dum dee dum. Hey, hey, I'm in switch, so ugly inside. Look what you become. Such injustice, truth is so far out of sight. I'm in Ashley, brewing spells I'm in Ashley, lying awake through life, casting spells every day, every night. So corrupted, all the darkness inside, casting spells, diminishing the light. I'm in Ashley, dum diddy dum dum. Hey, hey, hey. I'm a witch, so ugly inside. Look what you become. Such injustice, truth is so far out of sight. I'm in Ashley, brewing spells of darkness and spite. I'm a Ashley, legal by day, evil by night. Smiles for the cameras, hides from the light. Darkness in his eyes, rot in his grin. Shakes every hand, wipes off the sin. Keeping all his secrets stacked in a file. Corrupting the crowd, one polished lie at a time. Here he comes again, propaganda man. Walking down the road with a pen in his hand. Keeping him in office, you don't get my vote. Evil Santa Claus being full of deceit and smoke. Never shows the paper, never shows receipts. Here he comes again, propaganda man on repeat. Suits in the limo, cash in the case. Every empty promise tattooed on his face. Making sure the truth never leaves the room. Leaves it in the dark, lets the rumors bloom. Evil is his life, that's the only plan. Leave it up to Bill, you'll never hear truth again. Billboards and slogans painted on the town. Say his name enough till you start to bow. Here he comes again, propaganda man. Marching down the road with the script in his hand. Keeping him in office, you don't get my vote. Evil Santa Claus bed full of deceit and smoke. Never shows a paper, never shows receipts. Here he comes again, propaganda man on repeat. Legal by day,